to trial. Take it to trial. Welcome in, grab a seat, hit the like and subscribe. Cause Sweet Peas on the mic with that spicy little vibe. Got the courtroom streaming in the chat, going wild. We're debating heavy topics, but still laughing like a child. From objections to confessions to the judge's side eye. If it's justice and it's messy, we gon' talk about why. Every day's a new case, every moment's a ride. And when Sweet Peas in the building, we be learning with pride. My eyes on deck, keep the room running smooth. Film freak therapist, you know, keeping everyone in the groove. Like to with the facts, pretty brown girl with the sass. Morelia and Fowler keep the peace in the chat. But Jason walks in and the ladies collapse. Chocolate, take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the aisle. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial. Morning shows are sharp, afternoon is on fire. And we catch every moment that the court might inspire. From witnesses whispering, the lawyers trying to hard. You know Sweet Pea breaks it down like a legal tarot card. Chats cracking jokes, dropping theories on the fly. We're serious when it counts, but we still testify. Minds hold it down when the trolls try to play. If you're out of line, court adjourned for the day. But when Jason logs in with that deep hello sound, the ladies in the chat, man, they all fall down. Take it, 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 take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the aisle. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial. When the sun goes down and the cases get deep, after dark gets spicy, no secrets to keep. Taboo topics, big laugh, slap, happy crew. Sweet Pea says behave, but we never really do. It's opinions, confessions, stories untold, but we handle it with heart like the chat made of gold. Take it to trial, from day to night and every wild mile. Sweet Peas million strong with her trademark style, and the fam in the chat always makes it worthwhile. Turn it up, show some love, hit the like on sight. Take it to trial, yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial, yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Junkie on the freeway, white claw in the brakes. 2 hours there, 2 back, still typing with ease. LA lanes locked, but she don't slow down. Show up every time, yeah, she runs this town. Sitting in the traffic, but she locked in chat. If Sweet Pea goes live, yeah, she's right on that. From the 405 to wherever we at. Junkie pulling up like y'all good, I'm back. Different time zones, same front row seats. No matter where we are, we all meet in the free. We the California's rolling deep online. 4 corners, 1 crew, yeah, the vibes align. From the coast to the chat, yeah, we show up right. If you're lost downstream, we gon' guide you like Californians. Yeah, yeah, we stay in the mix. 4 names, 1 flame, you can't remix this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. SD rolling with the sunset glow. West Coast haze where the good vibes flow. Little bit lifted, yeah, she stays serene. Ocean breeze mixed with the evergreen. Late to the stream, but she still gon' slide. Panel opens up, she already inside. Hold up, I'm here, yeah, she dropping bars. Calm, cool energy, no matter how far.
She got that FOMO, scrolling every stream. Little lost downstream, but she part of the team. New to the crew, but she locked in fast. Super chats flying, yeah, she built to last. Wait, where we at? But we got her back. Point her to the right stream, never off track. Now she vibing with us, no need to roam. Anywhere we at, yes, Susie home.
Shamrock, yeah, Shamrock checking in from across the map. Different time zone, but she bridging the gap. Y'all good every time, yeah, she mean that. Heart so big you can't teach that. Algorithm running, she keep it alive. Dropping love in the chat, keep the whole thing thrive. Quiet power, steady hand in the dark. Every stream glowing got a Shamrock spark.
Yeah, yeah. Junkie, 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 junkie.
Susie, Shamrock, Shamrock.
Junkie, junkie. Show up every stream, yeah, we never think twice. From the traffic jams to the ocean tide, from the lost links to the worldwide ride. Californians, yeah, 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 we stay in the mix. 4 names, 1 flame, can't remix this. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh. Californians, Californians, yes.
So y'all probably like, what is Sweet Pea back here doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? What's she doing? Merelda, I need you out of the stream room. SD, wake up call, out of the stream room. Good morning, wake and bake. Okay, SD has left the stream room. I tell you, I gotta wake people up out of the stream room. They go to Crime Club at night and they don't leave Crime Club. Okay, I got one out. Now I got to figure out where Merelda at. Y'all are killing me with this. Oh my goodness. What were y'all streaming last night? SD in there. Sleep. I just woke her ass up. Good morning, team. And it's not even sleepy time for Merelda. Merelda must just be in there, just to be in there. Oh my goodness. You say you left the stream going while I was sleeping. I'm telling you, SD just got off when she heard me do her wake and bake call. And Merelda is still in there. So there you go. And Merelda is probably up. She probably don't even know she got it on. Oh man, what's up, guys? Welcome. Take a try. I'm your girl, Sweet Pea. I said I don't have to start doing the introduction, even though I'll be trying to, whatever. Y'all know me. I be so excited sometimes. Good morning, Christian. Hey, lovely Lynn. Hey, Jason. Good morning, Donna. How's everybody doing this morning? Hey, Tanya. Hey, Gabber. What's up, Daisy? Welcome in. Hey, pretty. Yeah, I said you had them going yesterday, baby, over there in Fight Club. Hey, Claire. Hey, lawyer's daughter. Hello. Hey, everybody. I see. Because I'm like, they still over there. Oh, I got to do wake-up calls. It's like a slumber party over there. I keep telling them what happens over there in Crime Club stays over there in Crime Club, but gotta wake everybody up, because if not, won't nobody be making it over here. Oh my goodness. So we know we are going into our case that is coming out of South Carolina. We got a 14-year-old who was accused. They thought he was shoplifting some bottles, but if they were watching him like they say they were watching him, they would have seen that he never stole anything. And the dad and the son decided to run and chase after him and pew him in the back. And now he want to claim self-defense. There we go. Self-defense for others or self-defense of himself, whatever he talking about, I am so not on it. You say the judge is on one today. We shall see. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I get, and y'all know how I get to detouring off of some stuff here. And y'all know I be taking some quick detours, but I'm gonna let us live. And we gonna go into this trial, but I am going to probably request a detour at some point in time. I'll show y'all why. Y'all see this right here? This is Colin Gray's son, Colt Gray. He in court today, this morning. So we will go ahead. We will watch that probably at lunchtime and see what's going on with his case. It's from my understanding, he has pled not guilty to 180 charges. We do know that his father was recently found guilty of everything. So I do want to go see what the son Colt Gray got going on in regards to the case. Okay, so just so y'all know, that'll be something that we will take care of at some point in time today. Okay. In the meantime, between time, oh, look at him in his suit, baby. He ain't got on a bow tie today. No bow tie. Interesting. Hey, good morning, Film. Hey, Maurice. I think I see Maurice come in too. Hey, Sam. Good morning. Okay. Well, let's get in here and let's see what we got going on.
Are you all right if I sit over here?
Yes. That's fine. All right. Before we get started, anything from the state, housekeeping wise, I need to address?
No, sir, I don't think so.
How about from the lieutenant?
Nothing on behalf of us.
Okay.
It just actually, and I'm not sure, Your Honor, maybe you have been doing it and I haven't been paying attention, but are we asking the jury every day, have they paid any attention, seen any news media
I have
reports?
not, I can't. I mean, I've admonished them every day not to. I don't know if there's any requirement that I ask them. May have any strong feeling either way on that.
We don't, Chuck.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I think I'm just gonna continue to admonish them not to.
Yes, sir. And nothing else on behalf of Mr. Chow.
Okay, all right, first, we have lost another juror to illness. So, number 22, which was the first selected juror. My clerk has prepared and the numbers of the other alternatives, which I will draw from as required by statute. So, our replacement will be juror number 232. All right. Okay. All right, so we will replace and juror number 22, just so the record's clear, juror number 22 called in today, indicated she was sick and would not be able to make it, so she will be replaced by random drawing per the statute by juror number 232. All right, have another note from the jury, and they are obviously sensing the pace this trial is going, because I said, Judge, we have a juror that has an important doctor's appointment that must be kept. The appointment is for June 3rd. So if we are still here, then we'll work around that juror's doctor's appointment.
That's Wednesday next week. I think so.
I thought so too. That has been marked as courts exhibit 16. All right, a couple other things, just housekeeping wise. I thought about addressing this yesterday morning. After Monday's arguments, when things started getting a little chippy and I didn't, and it started bubbling over yesterday. And I don't know what or why there's this dynamic in this courtroom. I don't know whether it's TV cameras, media cover, I don't know. But there's way too much acrimony, bickering back and forth, sarcasm, eye rolling, disparaging opposing counsel. That stops right now. I didn't practice that way. I don't like preside over cases that way. And I'm not talking to one person, I'm talking to every person. So that stops now. You were all great lawyers, and I've worked with every one of you as a member of the bench. I've known many of you personally outside the courtroom. I've known some of you for the entirety of my career. I respect every one of you, but this needs to stop. Just be the great lawyer you are, try your case, and let's move on. And from here on out, we're gonna have one lawyer, one witness. We're gonna have one lawyer, one argument. Also, happened a couple times yesterday, the lawyers need to stand when they're addressing the court, with the exception of Mr. Swerling. He did address that with me. He had an issue with his knees. And his birthday is Saturday. So, Stacey.
Don't say that one.
What else? Just caution you also as to the redundancy, especially on direct. 611B allows me to permit some of that. But I know Ms. Taylor may remember the last trial. I was with you, juror sent a note, or the jury sent a note, requesting that council limit their repetitive questions to 2 or 3. So y'all keep that in mind. Just everybody take a glance back at Rule 18 of the criminal rules of procedure. Also, in pretrial matters, we dealt with the issue of today being the anniversary of the event, which we are all here for. I'm told there may be some lapel buttons or things of that nature. In pretrial, I ordered that there not be any mention of the anniversary today. So if anybody has anything like that on, including you by a juror, I'd ask that it be removed. Mr. McCullough, you were the point man on the subpoena for Mr. Rutherford. What's the status of that?
Now that she is released.
She is released. Okay. Can someone from the state or just let Ms. Rutherford know that she is released from her subpoena?
With our apologies, Your Honor.
No problem.
Well, it is a problem. Apparently, she had a personal trip that she has now canceled, perhaps, but I hope she can put it back together.
Okay. I had that on the list. I think that is everything. Just wanted to follow up too on the issue yesterday with Deputy English and Deputy Carter, the statements, the Rule 106 issue. Based on, just to clarify, and I did have the opportunity to look over the exhibits. I'm going to stand by that ruling on the rule of completeness, but just with a finding that the statements or the body cams consisted of 2 separate statements. There's some case law, basically two statements don't satisfy or aren't required. If they're 2 separate statements, they aren't required to be both submitted basically per the terms of the rule of completeness. So I will stand by that ruling, but again, I will find that the statement of English and the statement of Carter are 2 separate statements. Anything else?
None from the state.
Just per your ruling, we understand complete. Just let the court know with the court's instructions and the solicitors, Carter has been subpoenaed and will be testifying. So it's just so we know that we've done everything that the court has required under the extradition.
And based upon some other cases I read, and it does, if there's any error I may have made.
He is subpoenaed and he will be testifying to the remainder of the statement based on the state's request in the court.
All right, Mr. Tolbert, can you let your number 232 know that she is now part of the family? I will, yeah. Thank you, sir, and bring them on in.
It appears that we have one juror that was sick, so they did replace a juror. I am gonna move from this feed only because I don't know, it's cutting off the judge head. I don't know what that's about, but with a live button, and I like if I could see the judge and there's opportunity for me to see the judge, I want to see the judge. So we are kind of moving our feed over. Let's go in here. So hopefully the sound and stuff is still good.
I was having trouble spitting that out, but we'll make the appointment happen. How about that? All right. Stay ready to proceed.
State's ready, Your Honor.
All your hands with.
State calls Jasmine Broadwater.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony given in this case with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, please have a seat. Witness stand and state your name for the record. Jasmine Broadwater.
Please, court.
Yes, Ms. Lee.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good morning, how you doing?
I'm good. Would you mind just telling us where you're from?
I'm born and raised here in Columbia. I currently live now in Michigan,
What took you to Michigan?
job-wise.
Where do you work?
I work for the Department of Veteran Affairs.
When did you move to Michigan?
I moved to Michigan 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Where did you live before that? Here?
I lived here.
Where at the house?
I live in an apartment complex, Brookside Crossing on Park Lane.
Okay, so pretty close to where all this happened.
Yes, sir.
And so were you living there on May 28th of 2023?
Yes.
Okay. Could you walk us through what you were doing that day?
That day I had family from Michigan in town, and we were on our way going out to eat when we saw the incident occur.
Who was with you?
My aunt from Michigan.
Anybody else?
No, just me and her.
Were you guys driving together separately?
We were driving together. She was driving.
She was driving. Okay. What kind of car were you in?
We were in, it's a Cadillac SUV, one of those new models. It was her vehicle.
Do you remember if your windows were up or down?
They were half cracked.
And were you pulling out of, like, where were you pulling out of what subdivision or neighborhood?
We were pulling out of Brookside Crossing, leaving out, trying to make a right.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to show you what's already in evidence as states 15. Now, Ms. Broadwater, I am unfortunately lacking in the height department. So even with this great piece of modern technology, I may not be able to point exactly to where I'm indicating, but if you need me to specify, I will let you know. Or you let me know. So could you tell us roughly where your neighborhood was?
The neighborhood is right there. That's considered, yes, that's considered Brookside Crossing.
Okay. And were you pulling out of this area?
Yes, we were pulling out, making a right.
Okay, so you're coming this way.
Yes.
All right, and then this is the gas station. So.
Correct.
Okay, so whenever you were pulling out this way, did anything draw your attention to the right?
No, we were just pulling out. When I turned my head to the right, me and my aunt, that's when we saw the incident occur.
Okay. Stephanie, can we do 26? I'm going to show you what's also in evidence. It states 26. So this is, with what direction is this? Is this towards where you're coming out of or away?
This is towards. So as you come, this would be my right. So it's coming out up there where the tree is at. That's,
okay. So you would have been down over here, far into the photo, right?
correct.
Okay, perfect. Do 27, Stephanie. Is this the same rough?
Correct. Where that truck is at, that's where we were coming out.
Okay, perfect. And can you check for me? What direction is this pointing on Spring Trade?
So with the car being this way, it will be to my right.
Okay, so this would be
This would
roughly
be,
where you were coming out of?
I was on the passenger side, so that's to my right.
Perfect. And you said you were on the passenger side?
Yes.
So whenever you were coming out, you said were you just looking for cars, looking if anything was coming so you could pull out?
Yes, sir.
And whenever you looked to the right, what did you see?
When we looked to the right, I see a young man running. I heard a pop sound. Me and my aunt, we looked, we said, "What is that?" We saw the young man go down to the ground, and we saw the older man had a gun in his hand, pointed in a gun stance.
All right, let's walk through that just a bit slower for the jury, okay? So you said you saw a young man running. Do you remember what he was wearing at all?
Yes, he was wearing a red hoodie, black basketball shorts, white long socks.
Okay. Do you know how close everybody was? Were they pretty close, pretty far away to each other?
They were pretty close.
Pretty close, okay. So whenever you looked over there, did you see the young man carrying anything?
No.
Okay. You said you heard a pop. Did you recognize what that sound was?
Not at first until I seen him hit the ground.
Okay. And when you saw Cyrus hit the ground, what did you see anybody else doing at that time?
First, me and my aunt, we were just staring. We saw the other guy had his gun pointed still, and I believe his son was running behind him. He came to a stop as well.
You said the guy was holding the gun. Do you know who that guy was?
The store owner of the Shell gas station.
Okay, the man sitting over at that table?
Yes.
Compared to Cyrus, how big were Mr. Chow and his son? Were they bigger, smaller, same?
Mr. Chow, he's pretty small, and he kind of got a little weight on him.
Okay. So after you realized that a shot had happened, what did you guys do?
We stopped. My aunt said, Jazz, he just shot that boy. You need to call the police. We're both about to call them. So we both put on our cell phones. We called. My aunt said, I just want to make sure we're seeing what we see. So we drove out real slow, and we still see Cyrus on the ground. Looked like he was trying to push himself up, like how somebody's doing push-ups, but they're shaking really bad. And he propped back down on the ground, started banging on the ground like in pain.
So at that point, were you still sitting at this intersection that we have right up here, or were you moving?
We were moving real slow because we wanted to make sure we saw everything. And that's when I got on the phone with 911 and explained to them, like, hey, we just saw the gas station owner shoot a young boy. And then my aunt, she said, we need to get out of here. So we drove up to an empty parking lot near where the old Columbia Mall is at. And 911 had me on hold for a long time. So we hung up and we called again.
Okay. Whenever you were driving by, did you see Mr. Chow's son doing anything?
He was standing with his hands on his hips like he was trying to catch his breath.
Okay. Now you said you drove past this incident location and you parked somewhere, a mall, you said?
Yes, so it's further up the street.
Okay.
So once we drove out, we went further up, passing the gas station, making our right and going to an empty parking lot.
Okay. And when you parked there, did you call 911 again?
Yes, because they had me on hold.
And after you talked to 911, where did you guys go?
Me and my aunt, we went to go get something to eat because that was our plan. That's why we were leaving the neighborhood. We went to go get something to eat. We ate. By the time we came back, it was dark outside. My aunt said, hopefully everything is fine by the time we come back. But by the time we turned down to where my neighborhood was at, the street was blacked out and we saw nothing but blue police lights.
When did you talk to law enforcement about what you saw?
Once I had my aunt go back into my apartment, I told her I'll be back. I need to go speak to somebody, let them know what I saw. When I went out of the neighborhood, it was kind of hard to come out. And I saw a police officer. I said, hey, what happened to the young man that was here? I seen an incident that happened. He asked me, did you see what happened? I said, yes. And he said, okay, did you file a report? I said, no, not yet. I'm just letting you know what I saw. And he said, okay, somebody will get in contact with you.
Okay. Did you talk to law enforcement the next day then?
I did.
Court's indulgence?
Yes, sir.
Just two more questions for you, ma'am. Whenever you were pulling out, who did you see holding a gun?
Mr. Rick.
Did you see Cyrus holding anything?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor. Please answer any questions from the defense.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you. Ms. Brownwater, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
You got to get some pleasantries. The two of us have never met. Is that a fair statement?
That's correct.
Madam Court Reporter next to you is taking down every word that you're saying. I always go through this with everybody. And she can't take down head nods and shakes and things of that nature. You understand that?
I understand.
Two, she can't take down if the two of us are talking over one another. So if you'll give me the opportunity to ask my question, I promise I'll give you the opportunity to answer. Is that fair?
I understand.
And finally, sometimes I've been known to speak way too fast. And if I speak too fast and you cannot understand my question, if you ask me to repeat it, I promise you I will. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay, so I want to make sure I get a little background. What part of Michigan? I went to law school in Michigan. So what part of Michigan?
I currently live in Clinton Township.
How long did it take you to get there? Drive, fly?
I drove.
Oh my God, I've done that drive. It is not an enjoyable drive whatsoever.
No,
I know it's not up. What is that? 15 hours?
10,
Did you make it in less than 10? Or did you go the speed limit the whole way?
whole way, whole way.
Jasmine, I really don't have a lot of questions for you. I really want to talk about everything that happened that day. Do you understand?
Understand?
And if I'm not mistaken, you feel free to correct me where I'm wrong, this was definitely an emotional situation. Is that, remember the, is that yes?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
And if I'm going through your testimony correctly, the first thing you did was call 911.
That is correct.
And that's when emotions were still going high and heavy. Do you remember that call to 911?
Correct, yes.
And you talked to the 911 operator?
Yes,
You remember a conversation with the 911 operator?
yes,
And that was as close to the time as possible. Is that correct? And do you mind if I call you Jasmine?
that's fine.
Okay. And that was close to the time as possible, correct, Jasmine?
Correct.
And when we talked to the 911 operator, do you remember specifically telling him you did not actually see the shooting?
I stated in my 911 call, I said, I think I saw it. And then my aunt was behind me, as you can hear in the 911 call. She said, no, Jasmine, he did shoot that boy. And I said, yes, he did.
Okay. And I want to go through some of that, and I'm not trying to trap you. I want to make sure I understand. And I think that is exactly what I heard on the 911. But when you were talking to the 911 operator, you initially said, I didn't see anything, correct?
No, I said, I think I saw.
You think you saw. You were not positive when you talked to him.
Correct, because my emotions gone.
Fresh to the incident as possible, close to possible, emotional situations,
Correct,
and then you utter what you remember to the 911 operator, fair?
correct,
And then you said, I think I saw, is that what you just said?
yes,
And then somebody in the car told you you actually did see. Is that what your testimony just was?
yes.
And a lot of that 911 call, and Jasmine, you've had opportunity to hear your 911 call.
Correct,
Okay. And so I'm not tricky or anything, so I'm going to ask you questions. And would you agree with me, a lot of that 911 call were things like you just said, I think I saw this may have happened. It was stuff like that. I think they call that equivocation. Do you agree with that?
agree,
Okay. And then when the dispatch, the officer dispatch, whatever they call those 911 officers, they ask you a question. Did you see him shoot the boy, or did you just hear the gun go off? And your response was, we just heard the gun go off, and then we happened to see the owner pointing the gun at the boy while he was on the ground. You remember that?
correct,
Okay. And so what you're telling them, and I think you had described, maybe you thought they might have been fireworks because you weren't sure what they were. Does that sound about right?
correct,
And then later, I think you gave two different statements. I won't say different, because it sounds like I'm accusing you. You gave two additional statements. Is that
that's, sorry, yes,
that's a yes? You gave two additional statements.
yes,
And each statement after that first 911 call, would you agree, got a little more detailed?
yes,
And this was after you had met with law enforcement?
the next day,
Yes.
that's when I met with law enforcement.
And I want to make sure I understand, you also testified, you also gave the law enforcement, or one of these interviews that you gave, you specifically saw Mr. Chow toss the gun away?
I'm not sure if it was a gun. I remember when my aunt and we was driving slowly away.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chow still had his gun pointed at him while Cyrus was on the ground. He still had his gun in his left hand. He squat down, he grabbed something off the ground, tossed it, and then put his right hand back on the gun, still pointed at Cyrus as he was on the ground.
Okay, so to repeat my question, you saw him toss something away, but you're not sure what it was.
Not sure what it was.
You don't remember if you told 911 or one of the other subsequent interviews that it may have been a firearm?
No,
Okay. And I'm not saying you did, I'm just asking the question. You understand, I'm not trying to
All right.
trick you or anything like that, Jasmine. And Jasmine, do you remember doing or giving a diagram to law enforcement about where you saw the bodies?
correct.
And they went through and you gave an identification where you saw everybody on the scene?
Yes, that's right.
And you may or may not know, and don't answer the question if you do not know. Are you aware that the diagram and the identifications of where you put the bodies would have been after the shooting occurred?
Yes,
Okay. Which would have been consistent with you seeing the end of the shooting and maybe not the beginning or during?
No.
And possibly going in conjunction with your 911 call, which you originally told the 911 operator that you did not see the actual shooting, and maybe you just saw the aftermath of that.
So I want to make sure I answer this correctly.
Yeah, that was, remember those long questions I told you about?
Yeah, I want to make sure I answer this correctly.
Take your time, please.
So, as I stated, when I turned my head to the right,
Yes, ma'am.
we heard a pop. Me and my aunt said, "What is that?" We saw Cyrus go down. That's when I seen Mr. Rich had his gun pointed. And that's when my aunt said, "He just shot that boy. We need to call 911." And we both called 911. That's when my aunt took her time to drive out slow to make sure that we saw everything. And we, as I stated, he still had his gun pointed in the back of Cyrus.
I think you answered my question absolutely perfectly. Thank you so much. And are you going back to that?
Yes.
Right after this?
Mm-hmm.
I pray for your drive safe.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Anything already ready?
Courtroom, John. No further questions, Your Honor.
Very good, Mr. Caldwell. You can step down. Thank you for being here. Ready to call next witness?
Yes, sir. State calls Devontae Bryant.
Swear or affirm testimony should give in this case with the truth and whole truth and nothing but the truth to help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Witness stand and state your full name for the record.
My name is Devontae Bryant.
Worried about that. How old are you?
33.
Okay. Are you employed?
Yeah,
Where do you work?
Rutherford Company. It's a company out of
Say again?
Rutherford Company.
Where do you live?
Hopkins, South Carolina.
Man, you gotta speak up a little bit.
Hopkins.
Hopkins, okay. Where did you
Right,
go?
if you'll speak up a little bit for us, our court reporter here is taking down everything you say.
Yes, sir.
Just make sure you say yes, no, answer verbally. You know, we all understand what you mean when you nod your head, but make sure that you speak up a little bit, so we have to make a record of it.
Okay.
All right.
Devontae, where did you grow up?
Like Fairroad area. I grew up in Bethel Bishop Apartments.
What are the Bethel Bishop Apartments?
It's meaning what?
What are they?
I mean, it's today they still consider it as like one of the worst neighborhoods in Columbia.
Okay.
Things like that.
Is it a high crime area?
Yeah.
All right. Is it low income kind of housing?
Yeah.
Did you witness crime when you were growing up there?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Did you ever see teenagers with firearms?
Yes.
Was that common or uncommon in your experience?
Common.
Okay. Why do 14-year-olds have guns?
I mean, it's like.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to that. A lot of speculation. I say here right there, this is definitely not an expert.
I will allow it to the extent you can speak from personal knowledge, but not to speculate about the general population.
Yes, sir. You were a 14-year-old kid once, was that correct?
Yes.
And in your experience, did you ever see other 14-year-olds or other youths with firearms?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever, I'm just asking, honestly, did you ever have a chance to hold a gun when you were underage?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you feel compelled to hold a gun or carry a gun?
I mean, just seeing the stuff that's around me, trying to, fit in with people, and then, like growing up, you want acceptance. You want to be cool with everybody. You want everybody to like you. You want everybody to be around you.
Okay.
So you follow what's going on.
All right. So in your experience in the areas you grew up with, guns were cool.
Yeah.
And would you have certain cachet? Do you know what that means? Would it help your reputation sometimes?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can you explain that?
I mean, it's like I said, it's more like it's a acceptance thing. That's what it'll help with. Kids being cool with you being cool with other kids, you having an influence. You just not being talked about in how they say, a lane way with kids. You want to be popular or things like that.
Okay. So, in your experience growing up in the Bethel, Bishop, was it common or uncommon to see people who were under the age of 18 with guns?
Common.
Okay. High crime area, Bethel, Bishop. You yourself have been in some trouble. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right. And got to ask you about some. I've got, as far as criminal convictions, in 2017, you got in a little bit of trouble, or maybe a lot of trouble. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see a conviction for an accessory after the fact to a felony.
Yes, sir.
Did you plead guilty to that?
Yes, sir. I did. They gave me 5 years for that.
Okay. I see that you were convicted of a possession of a stolen vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see that you got convicted of an auto breaking. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It looks like that was about 9 years ago that you pled guilty. I don't know when did the crimes occur?
I can't remember exactly, but all of that, I played to all of those in one.
Okay. And that was 9 years ago, 2017?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to 3 years ago, May 28th, 2023. You remember that date?
Yes, sir.
You remember what you were doing on that day?
Yeah, I was going to my brother's house. Her brother's. I was meeting my girlfriend at her brother's house.
Okay. You meet your girlfriend
at her brother's house.
I got you. Okay. And where did your girlfriend's brother live?
Greenbrier Apartments off of Park Lane.
Okay. Had you been to the Greenbrier Apartments before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was that an area you were familiar with?
Yeah, kind of. Just like going to his house, and her mom stays up the street too.
Okay. What were you driving at the time?
White Honda Accord.
All right. Do you remember what direction you were? I guess you would have turned off Park Lane Road.
Yeah, I was coming from the interstate, which is by the Circle K.
Okay, so then you would have taken a left or a right onto Spring Tree.
All right.
Right. Okay. Let me 14. All right. Do you recognize what we're looking at in States 14?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I understand you right, what is this building with the red?
That's the gas station.
All right. Can you see me, Devontae?
Yes.
So you were coming up Park Lane and taking a right?
Yes.
Okay. 615. All right. Keep going. 16. Okay. And this, where that car would have been, you were just going up and you were taking a right?
Yeah, where that gray car is.
Okay. Stephanie, let me have slide 20. All right, have you seen this video before, State Slide 20?
Yeah, I think you should.
All right. Let me if you see your car and just let me know when you see your car in this video.
Right there.
That's you up there, that white car?
Yeah.
Okay, play it. Okay. And did that show you on Park Lane taking a right on Spring Tree?
Yeah.
was in the car with you?
Just me.
All right. What did you see?
When as I turned, once I got like maybe by what's that stuff? An entryway in the parking lot for the store. There was the young boy and it was two people chasing. And by the time I got close by the entrance, he had ran out of shoe, you know, like ran across the street. They still chasing him. He stumbles and falls. He's trying to get back up. He making up.
Wait a minute, let me stop you real quick. You talk about the young boy. Did you see the young boy you're describing in that video?
Yeah.
Stakes number 20?
Yeah.
Okay. What was he wearing?
A hoodie.
Okay. You said they were chasing him. Who was they?
The man and his son.
Okay. Had you ever seen any of these people before?
No.
Okay. The man and his son, do you know who that man is now?
Oh yeah, now.
Okay. And who was that man?
His name Chow.
Okay. Do you see him?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is he?
Right there with glass.
Okay. So Rick Chow and his son, and Rick Chow's son were chasing the red shirt boy?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the boy in the red? Do you know him now to be Cyrus?
Yeah, now.
Okay. If I call him Cyrus, would you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Did you get to see Cyrus's face when he was running?
Just when they crossed the street. And yeah, the right side of his face as I was advancing up Spring Tree.
Okay. What, if anything, did Cyrus have in his hand?
A book bag.
Okay. Okay. What else did he have in his hand? Anything?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And how close did Cyrus, Rick Chow, and Andy Chow get to you while you're driving down Spring Tree?
Real close. I had to hit my brakes because if I wasn't paying no attention, I could have hit one of them. That's how close they was to my car.
Okay. So they ran in front of your car?
Yeah.
Okay. As they crossed Spring Tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to see any kind of facial expressions that Cyrus was making?
No, not really.
Okay. What did you think when you first saw Rick Chow and his son Andy? Did Rick Chow and his son Andy, did they appear to be adults or did they appear to be young adults?
No, adults. And I thought that maybe it was the police maybe chasing him because when he was running, I could see his holster, you know, like, and I see people on the pictures up front of the stores for stealing, not being chased. So at first I was thinking that he was maybe a police officer.
Yes.
Yeah, he was saying too much. They not about to be playing those games with him.
I just want to ask you what you were observing, okay? What you're observing right then and there. You said you thought it looked like, or you thought it was the police chasing the boy,
Yeah.
Cyrus. And you thought that Because what did you see on Rick Chow?
I seen a holster with a gun in.
And that was in plain view.
Yeah, like his shirt was flapping up as he was running.
Okay. Did Cyrus appear to be an adult or?
No, you could tell he was a kid.
Okay. All right, where was I? Let me see slide 24. All right, who's that white car that just stopped?
That's me.
Where about? Okay, play that back up a little bit, Stephanie, where this car goes by. All right, play. Okay, what are you doing there?
I'm slowing down because they running across the street.
Okay. If you hadn't slowed down, what was your fear that would happen?
I would have hit one of them.
Okay. You're driving up Springtree going to your girlfriend's brother's house. Were you expecting 3 people to run across the path of your car?
No.
Okay. Slow down, almost to stop. Is that what we just saw?
Yes.
Okay. Then when you go out of view of this camera shot, this is states 24. What are you doing next as you're driving?
Driving real slow, paying attention to the 3 people that's running.
Okay. Did you drive behind them or did you sort of pace them? You know what pace means?
Yeah, pace them.
Okay. Or did you go on ahead of them?
No, pace them.
All right. Why did you pace them?
They was chasing them, so I was really trying to see what was going on. And like I said, at first I thought it was like the police chasing somebody.
Okay. Well, you're in the right lane of travel, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. And so are they on, as you're pacing them, are they on your left or are they on your right?
They're on my left.
Okay. And are you focusing on the road or are you focusing on these people that just ran out in front of your car?
The people.
Okay. Did you have a good vantage point or a bad vantage point?
Good.
Okay. Why are you focused so much on the people instead of the road in front of you?
Like I said, trying to see what's going on. And then once he fell.
Wait a minute, we're gonna get that.
Okay.
From that vantage point, did you ever see Cyrus pull anything out of his pocket?
No.
Okay. Did you ever see anything? Did he lose any clothing while you were watching him?
Shoe.
You saw him lose a shoe?
Yeah, he had a white Air Force One on.
Okay. Did he stop to get his shoe or did he continue running?
He kept running.
Okay. Did you see him drop any other things while he was around the shoe?
No.
Okay. Did you see him throw anything?
No.
Okay. Stephanie, can you play slide 21? All right. Is that what you're describing, what we just watched in that video?
Yeah.
Stephanie, can you go back maybe like 5 seconds or so? Put the cursor here. All right, I want you to focus, Devontae, on this area. Okay. And I want you to speak up if you see your car or when you see your car.
Okay.
All right?
Now.
That's you?
Yeah.
Okay, so were you in close proximity to them or were you a great distance from them?
Close.
Was your vantage point good, or did you have a poor vantage point?
Good.
Okay. And your testimony was you continued to pace them as they ran up the road?
Yes.
All right. He lost his shoe at some point. Had he already crossed Springtree, or was he still in the parking lot side of Springtree?
No, he lost his shoe before he crossed the street.
Okay. And then you're saying he continued across the street?
Yeah.
Okay. What, if anything, happened to his book bag?
I wouldn't have known. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have known if anything happened because once it fell, he didn't pick it back up.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's go ahead then and get to what you're talking about where he fell.
Okay.
Tell us what you observed about him falling.
Okay, so when he fell after he got across the street.
Okay.
It was something over there that it looked like he had to trip up over or something.
You saw him trip?
Yeah.
Okay. And were Rick Chow and Andy Chow in front of him when he tripped, or were they still behind him?
Behind him, but they was real close up on him when he tripped.
Okay. So when he tripped, how would you describe the fall?
He fell hard. The first fall was real hard.
Okay. Did he try to get back up, or did he get back up?
Yeah, he tried to get back up, but it was more so of a stumble versus him standing straight up.
Okay. Did you see the book bag again after he got up?
No, it was on the ground.
Okay. All right. Did you see anything in his hand at this point?
No.
All right. Was he able to get back up on his feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
It's like he stood up almost all the way up completely. He maybe took a step, if that, and that's when he shot.
Okay. And then what happened?
Like Cyrus fell. Once he fell, he was trying to like roll himself over, but I don't know if he could or not. But he was like putting his hands up as he was trying to roll himself over.
Okay.
But you could tell he was still out of breath. Like he was still breathing real hard.
Okay. Yes, that states 25. You recognize what we're looking at here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see the spot where you remember him taking that first fall?
Yeah.
Okay. Judge, I think probably with court permission, Devontae could step down and point out. Okay. All right, Devontae, all right, so this is, where, on States 25, is the gas station in front of us or behind us? Okay. And if we're right here, do you see the spot you were just describing where Cyrus took that initial fall?
Yeah.
All right, can you point to it with the pointer?
Yes. He took that first one, she fell, he hit the ground real hard.
Okay. And speak up too, so she.
Yeah, I said up there, he hit the ground real hard. That's when he first fell.
Okay, point to it again. Okay, so he was in the road and then he falls into the grass, or he falls into the road?
No, he was in the grass and he fell into the grass, like on the side. He never got back in the road.
I got you.
Once they crossed the street this way, he never went back towards the right.
Okay.
All his movement was on this side of the road.
I got you. Wait, he's running up the road, and does he trip over the curb, or did you see what he tripped over?
No, I couldn't tell what he tripped over.
Okay, but he fell towards the grass.
Yeah.
All right. And at this point, when he trips, where's Rick Chow? Can you point to where he is?
He's like right behind. So if Cyrus trips up in here, Rick Chow.
All right. Can you say about how far behind him he was?
Maybe 2 feet, if that.
So he's right up here?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're Cyrus, he's about this close?
Yeah.
All right. Where is Andy Chow? Rick Chow's son?
And when Cyrus fell, he's beside him.
Okay. These two, Rick's behind him or to the side of him?
Beside the son?
Yeah.
No, they side by side almost.
But they're right back in 2 feet or so is what your testimony is?
Yeah.
Okay, so about the distance, maybe give or take.
Yeah, give or take about this distance. Yeah.
Okay. Did they do anything to him while he's on the ground?
No.
Okay. Did you see anything in Cyrus's hand at that point?
No. Just the book bag had filled.
Okay. Did Rick and his son Andy allow Cyrus to get back up or attempt to get back up?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
So once he get back up, like I said, he fell. He's trying to get upright, but he stumbled after the second fall.
Okay.
And as he's trying to get up after that last stumble, he's trying to stand straight up so he can keep advancing because he's trying to get away from them. He's not once like trying to turn around or trying to go toward the street. He's trying to get to the apartments. He's going straight up.
Okay. That's what it appeared to be. He was trying to get to those apartments.
Yeah.
What are those called again?
Brookside.
Okay. That's what it appeared to you that he was trying to make his way to those apartments?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable kind of demonstrating what you're talking about? I think I know, but you say he hits the ground and he's trying to get up and go, but he's stumbling. Can you kind of demonstrate that to the jury? Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the first fall, when he falls, it's like he completely falls all the way down almost.
All right, chest to the ground.
Yeah, and then he gets up, and as he's, like I say, he's getting up, but he's moving so fast, he's stumbling.
Okay.
So he, after the last stumble, it's like he's trying to get completely stand upright. So he maybe took a step or two after that, then that's when the shot went off.
Okay. And that was the second fall.
Yeah, well, you can say it's the second fall, yeah.
Okay. Did he ever get back up again after that?
After the shot, no.
Okay.
After he fell, I think I shot.
And you're saying you saw him roll around?
And he's like he was trying, after he fell on the ground from being shot, it's like he was trying to turn over with his hands.
Okay. You take. Did you see anything in his hand at that point?
No.
Do you recognize this little area behind these trees to be where Cyrus came to rest?
Yeah, like on the left side of those trees, yeah.
Right in here?
Yeah.
All right. Zoom back out a little bit. And we're still looking at stage 25. All right, so I just want to be clear, correct me if I'm wrong, but you say the first time he fell, it was somewhere in this area.
Yeah.
And what I understood you say, correct me if I'm wrong, was that Rick Chow and his son were somewhere in this area behind him?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever see Rick Chow out here in the road?
No.
Did you ever see Andy Chow out here in the road?
No.
Your testimony is that the two of them were, correct me if I'm wrong, I want you to just, I don't want to put any words in your mouth. But if Cyrus fell right here, you saw Rick and Andy side by side, I think you said this kind of area.
Yeah.
And why did you have such a good vantage point again?
I was in the road, and like I said, I was just staring at it. It was, I don't remember a car being in front of me or behind me, so I was driving real slow, just watching in the road.
Devontae, did you stay on scene after this?
Not really on scene. After the situation happened, I rolled back past. I saw all the older ladies around him. Then I went to the car wash up the street. That's where I still was on the phone with my mom. I was telling her what was going on, just trying to get my head on straight. And then I went right back down.
Okay. So where did you turn around? Did you ever go to your girlfriend's, your girlfriend's brother's apartment?
No, I never made it.
All right. And did they live in this apartment that's over here to the left?
No, they live in the one that's all the way in the back.
Okay. Does the Spring Tree dead end into that apartment?
I would say because Greenbrier is the last apartment back there, and I don't know if they have a back entrance. I think it's just a front entrance.
Is that Greenbrier?
I can't really tell from that picture.
So, but I understand you were going this way. Is this the driveway you turned around in to get back down after you saw the shooting?
No, I turned around a little bit past that.
That driveway?
Yeah, like up there.
Okay. And you just abandoned your plans to go to the girlfriend's brother's house?
Yeah.
Why did you abandon those plans?
Because of the situation that happened.
Okay. You said you left to get your head straight, but you did return and speak to law enforcement?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you know any of these people before that day?
No.
Devontae, please answer any questions that Mr. Kent has for you.
Cross-examination.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a short break. Let's say we'll be back out at 10:45. Got some technological issues that we need to work through. So we'll take about a 15-minute break and we'll see you shortly. Do not discuss the case, and Mr. Bryant, don't discuss your testimony with anyone during the break. Okay? Yeah, and you can get out, you can go right there. All right, we'll be at these till 10:45.
Just go sit outside. Just go sit outside.
Yeah.
Y'all can't hear me because I'm muted. Yeah, I know. And y'all behind me. I know. I don't know. Yeah, so I definitely, I mean, like everybody is saying that this young man was running, trying to get away. I don't care if he did have a pew pew on him. I don't care anything about that. I don't care that he was 14 and had a pew pew on him. That is null and void. Even if he had a weapon on him and he walked out of the gas station, because originally he walked out of the gas station, and Mr. Chow with his old trigger figure happy self and his son Andy heard something from the wife Alice and Cantonese.
We are continuing our coverage here on WLTX Plus of the Rick trapped.
You cannot be interrupting me, lady. She could not be interrupting me. That can't work. So regardless of all of that, even if they had seen the weapon when he was in the store, the little boy did not pull the weapon out. So why was he chasing him at this point in time? And I'm so tired of hearing about all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I'm over that. Like, no, like, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know exactly what's going on. If you are going to be taking somebody, possibly taking somebody else's life. Now, did Mr. Chow go out here thinking that he was gonna pew somebody? I don't think so. But what I definitely think is that he is one of those vigilante justice people, and he has been trigger happy all the time. Somebody stole something from his store, I believe, and then he got in a car and drove off, and Mr. Chow was like, oh, no, let off 6 shots. You know, somebody came back before, he let off 2 shots. So it was more than 200 calls to this store. Now, the jury won't hear all of this information, but it seems like he has been begging to, he likes to let this weapon off. He likes to let you know who boss around here. He wants to show you his wall of shame. He wants to show you all these things. And he had the opportunity to chase this young boy down. So when he and the little boy fell, he was like, I got one. You know, so then he goes down there and yeah, he gave him CPR, but it was after somebody told him to. I don't know what that was about. I mean, I guess that part, like, the damage is done now. And regardless of whatever the little boy do, like, there was just no reason. Just no reason, and no reason at all for this. So for all of that, I put him in jail 2 times over. I don't think there is no defense for this, especially now that I know what his history is. Like, oh my goodness. Like, he just kept trying until he got somebody. I really would like to know how far this little boy lived from here, and I'm pretty sure we'll get some idea, especially if he lived close. I'm assuming he did because he's 14 years old. He doesn't have a vehicle. It didn't look like he was on a bike. So I'm assuming that this is like a close in his neighborhood. And I would really like to know, was he just really trying to run, get home? And all these people that's seen it, like, this happened in broad daylight. I don't know what Mr. Chow and his son Andy Wandy and Alice in Wonderland was thinking, but oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know what they was thinking and how they thought that this was going to work. I mean, it tells you, like, what people think, like, they can determine what your life is worth. So he felt like his life was worth a bottle of water. Like, I don't even understand this whole thing. Like, why not just call the police? You got cameras. You can show the police exactly who the person looked like. I don't know if the police, if they go in, check records or what they do, but even if you thought he took something and then to find out that he didn't take anything, oh man, this is crazy. Crazy. Would you say, Pretty Brown, you gotta go? Yeah, I think so too. Hey, Susie, good morning. Jason said, but there is a debate that could be made for home. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how you make a debate when somebody is shot in the back, but I mean, we can go for it. Has anybody been charged with anything? Has Andy been charged with anything? No, I don't think Andy has been charged with anything because Andy didn't let off any type of weapon or anything. It was just his daddy. Pretty Brown said, especially if it was a neighborhood could, he should have just called 911. Yeah, he should have just called 911. I think if you off a person, you should have to do life expectancy time. If we are living to 85, he should do the same amount of time except elderly. I should do 25 more. I don't know how they do in regards to it. Yeah, because I think you, yeah, I read your comment real dry. Yeah, I surely did, because I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll let you go for it. He got shot in the back, so I don't, what would your thing be? I think you just try to be be doing something. Yeah, I did. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Shoot. If you want to play devil's advocate, then go ahead and play devil's advocate. I'm not playing devil's advocate this time, because each time when I play devil's advocate, it don't never work out well for me. So you can try it if you want to, because it won't work out well with this crowd here. No, I couldn't win it. I know, and I mentioned that yesterday, and I couldn't win it. And I thought he had more of an opportunity to get off than anybody, because he wasn't never trying to unalive the little girl. He just was trying to protect his family. But the guy was running away, so I guess that don't matter. I know, that's why I read his comment the way I did, because he in here pulling, like, if anybody gonna do not guilty for anybody up in this thing, it's gonna be me, y'all. So if y'all see any of this mess for anybody else saying not guilty up in this chat, it's almost like some mess. Oh, okay. So you are saying he guilty. He is guilty. Okay, because I'm about to say, that's why I ain't about to be playing these games with you. Surely not. I don't know. And now I done figured out, like, since we've been like into these trial watches, to be honest, like, I don't know. I think that what I done figured out in regards to this, even trying to give people a different outlook or a different way to see it from like the defendant's perspective, because I mean, I can honestly see what you're saying, Jason, but I ain't even gonna go down that road with y'all, because it don't matter. It don't matter how I say it. So yep. Because I can see where he can play, he can get off, and that's why he's at trial, because it's all about what he reasonably feared, what he reasonably thought, and no matter how we think about it, how much we don't like it, it's reasonable. It could be reasonable to him and his son if he was trying to protect his son, and then it doesn't help that Cyrus had a weapon on him. So there's that. So is very coincidental that he's saying that pew pew was pulled out on him, and there is a pew pew on a 14-year-old, and we wouldn't expect a 14-year-old to have a weapon. So I'm assuming at some point in time, whether we seen it, they seen it, who's seen it, they must have seen his weapon. So I guess he could reasonably fear, and it was reasonable to him. I think of it just like a George Zimmerman case. I hate to say it, like with Trayvon Martin. That's why it's like, I think Cynthia had put in one of the comments that she hope this case doesn't piss her off, and I really hope it doesn't either, but I can see it doing it. I can see it doing it. So therapists say homie is 100% guilty. Like, your argument could be made. Nah, I think it's just that argument right there. It's really difficult to show self-defense / care for your life from someone actively running away from you. Yeah, Donna, and that was the same. I thought this the whole entire time when I watched the Trayvon Martin case, man. And we know how that turned out. So I guess it can change, right? Like George Zimmerman, thought that Trayvon Martin was doing something in the area, thought this, thought that, and he was super cop, right? He followed, the police told him stop, but he still pursued it. And when, him and Trayvon Martin got the scuffling and Trayvon Martin was getting the best of his old ass, I guess he feared for his life at that point in time. So the fear level changed. And that's how he got off. He say he guilty from opening statements. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be playing around with him. I think it runs deeper. This has happened plenty of times before, and people like Mr. Chow have walked free. Yeah, and I mean, with him it's even worse to me because of the fact that we know he has a history of this, although the jury will not hear this history. Yeah, I'm just telling you what I remember when I seen Trayvon Martin case and how I felt, and I'm like, okay. We kind of like the fear, even though we were chasing him, we seen his weapon, he pointed it, and reasonable fear. So, and I'm assuming that the only two people that are going to be able to really like testify to this is him and Andy. This reminds me of a Ahmaud Arbery case. We can watch that and argue. He said we can watch that and argue. Yeah. Good morning, beautiful people. Hey, Angela, how are you, honey? They put these stores in private neighborhoods and scared other people there. So they treat the customers all the same out of fear, right? Yeah. The only argument that I saw was defending your stolen property. Which one were guilty? But it's an argument. So you don't think the fear that his fear level could have changed and that the young boy could have they can convince the jury in regards to him having a pew-pew, in regards to him having a weapon? And by head, what? Yeah, and they definitely are those people, right? Because they said on the video recorder, like they see him like Alice. She was following him around that store, like, what you gonna buy? When you gonna buy it? Absolutely. People really have a hard time letting go of feeling they were wrong. They just want people to pay some way for everything allegedly doing wrong. Right, Donna? I can believe that. Yeah, and so he was getting robbed all the time. Like, robbed all the time. So, and then I don't think anything was being done about it. So I think his whole thing was, letting off all these shots all the time. But this wasn't the first time. He had been doing this multiple times. And I think that's what makes me upset about him. Is that you know this is the skilo. Like, I mean, you supposed to prepare for that type of stuff, right? From my understanding. Like, what is it, loss prevention or something? You supposed to budget that in the plan. Like, look, we know we're gonna lose about $200 because they're gonna steal all this stuff. I don't know. Times out here hard for a pimp. Oh, good, Angela. Thank you so very much. He said, no, that won't work. Okay. Well, I thought it could work. Let's see. Every case, they all got convicted. Yeah, they did. I know I'm behind in the thing. Sorry. Can't grasp the concept that life isn't fair, and sometimes people will screw you over, and just have to take it, or just let the justice handle it. Yeah, I mean, he had been there. Him and his family have been there for years. They had their wall of shame. They had all the different things that they had to do in order to, I guess, get back at these people. I mean, remember, he is the same guy that let off 6 shots. He is the guy that came back and let off 2 shots. I mean, he was doing what he needed to do. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Yeah, water. What'd you say? Let it go. Yeah. Oh, how I read your last comment. Oh, about the hurry up and buy. Yeah, it took me a minute to know what I forgot you had put it in the thing. This hurry up and buy head ass. Yeah, because I was looking, I'm like, okay. Yeah, and it took you a minute for it to click until I seen Jason's comment right up under it saying it's even funnier now. I know that's the one thing about doing the comments is like they be so freaking behind. Yeah. You said I'll bias the jury with all the information. Oh, yeah, I know it can't come in. But I can tell you one thing, if they decide to let him off, and they probably if they decide that they don't want to convict him, and they have started getting access to different stuff, and they see that, boy, oh boy, is that going to be a stinker? I wonder how people feel about stuff like that. Like, would you want to know all the details? But I guess each individual incident. I mean, he wasn't charged in any of this stuff. But I guess it can work out 2 ways, because it could look like, he got tired of it, or it can kind of explain why he really thought somebody stole something from him. Because that's why they're trying to use that wall of shame. The reason why the prosecution team, and they already brought it in to show people, but this wall of shame that's displayed in the gas station, and it has all the photos of people accused of shoplifting. The prosecutors are bringing that in to reflect that he had a very aggressive mindset towards suspected theft. So he was really like on high alert, very sensitive, right? So I think it can work both ways in regards to him pewing, right? Because it can go, hey, this is how he reacts when he thinks somebody has stolen out of his store, beside the wall of shame. But I think the defense can also say, look, he was never charged in this. It was always self-defense, because he always said self-defense or something like that. So that's how he kind of like got off on the other 2. And the defense with the wall of shame, with the photos, they are saying that he had that up there as a deterrent. So yeah, I guess they can say, yeah, he was pewing and letting them know, like, you don't want none of this smoke over here at this store. So don't be trying to come up here and do it. So I'm on the news all the time, and I'll be letting these shots off. Don't come in here stealing. This ain't what you want. So I guess it could work too, I guess. But I mean, it would be it may be just way too biased. And clearly it was, because they did not allow it in. But they did allow the wall of shame in. Exactly. Tony from Texas case. But I don't think they show Tony's from Texas case. I don't think they showed his that in-store fight. I think you're talking about that, Jason. I don't think they showed that until they was at the sentencing phase, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Show his character flaws, yeah. Would they thought the jury should be entitled to notice? You said you would have thought that they would. Yeah. I think it just creates so much bias. And I see why they keep it out. Because I could think, yeah, I can see why they keep it out. But the jurors don't really be knowing all the stuff. So they really got to do it. They got to really do it on that. Yeah, I think that so I don't know how this one goes in South Carolina, if they, because some cases they allow the jury to kind of like determine the sentence. The last case that we were in, it was in with the young boy, Jordan Allen's case. What state was we in with Jordan Allen? Dang. I can't remember what state, but the jury, they did a whole, like, it wasn't a DP case, but the jury got to determine kind of like the sentencing for that one. All you had to do was move the gas station somewhere else and invest in security, put that bar reader in front of the store and get you someone who knew people in the area good enough to secure the store. Yeah, I think that his ego, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I think his ego wouldn't let him do anything like that. Me personally. They should have let the jury know the background of the store's history and the theft and what happened in each situation. Yeah, I can understand it, but then I can see on the other side of being a defendant in some of these cases, like, nah. Tennessee, okay. One of those down south, right? So I don't know. Maybe I don't know how this one goes with the jury, if they decided or not. But I think they're back, so we'll go back in the courtroom. Definitely appreciate all the comments and stuff. Even if I don't like them, Jason, I'm gonna read it dry, and then you can call me out on it, and we could talk about it. I was like, I know Jason ain't in here playing these games with me talking about somebody not guilty. I don't even want to read this shit. But I'm okay with you calling me out on it. Here we go, guys. I mean, because him and Lynn be the first ones talk about some not guilty. I mean, be the first ones talk about some guilty. And I sat up here and pushed back with them for months and months and months and months. I can't even get them past opening statement. So we well into a whole day and a half, and he got the nerve to be sitting up here talking about he got a way out. Nah, I ain't even about to do that. Here we go, guys.
Come on back down, Mr. Brian.
You want to put that on the record?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, we appreciate you giving us a break to make sure we are ready to get proper for cross-examination. Secondly, at the bench, I made an objection, which was consistent with the court's pretrial ruling. During pretrial rulings, the state of South Carolina argued that they should be able to put a wall of shame up in front of the jury. We asked that it not be put up. And subject of compromise, the court asked the solicitor's offices all they're going to put it up and not make any discussion about these were people who had not been chased before. When this witness testified, and I think it was spontaneous, it was not elicited from the solicitor's office. However, this witness gave the same exact language that they said they would not be giving into. His statement on the record was, this was a wall where people who had not been chased before, something of that nature. I don't want to quote, but it was something of that nature. We immediately made an objection. The court at the bar basically gave us a choice. Did we want a curative instruction or did we want to move on? I was at the bench with co-counsel Swirling and McCullough. At that point in time, we thought it would be best to leave it alone, not to bring any light to it. The court gave us an option if we wanted a curative instruction. As a strategy decision, we chose against it. However, we were very concerned that this not come out again. Again, we agree it's not elicited from the solicitor's office, but it still is a concern of ours because that's something that the court considered. Thank you, sir.
Yep, I think that accurately reflects the next conference. I did give you all the options of curative or simply move along so as not to draw further attention to it. And I'll just let Mr. Bryant know, Mr. Bryant, and you weren't privy to that, so it's not your fault. You're not in trouble. Nobody's fussing at you. But we, as far as the photos and things, you may have knowledge of what those photos mean on the wall and in the store. But we're not discussing any of that as far as what that means or whether or not folks were ever chased or not chased. But we're just staying away from that so we don't prejudice any of the parties. So again, you didn't know about that. You weren't here for pretrial motions. Things like that happen. But just stay away from that for the remainder of your testimony. Okay. All right.
And Your Honor, we agree that even though it's not stricken from the record, it cannot be argued as if it's part of evidence in the record at this time. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hold on a second. All right, just from, I guess, the media standpoint, I know we only have the one camera in here, but the clerk's office just got an email from a alleged concerned citizen in Washington, D.C., watching the trial, and says that, I don't know if the person is a lawyer, knows something about procedure, but said they were able to see one of the jurors on camera.
Didn't happen.
Okay, well,
The deputies, probably the top of the deputy's head.
It said a blonde lady, and maybe they don't know whether the court reporter is a juror, I'm not sure, but I just wanted to address it and make sure since it was sent to the clerk's office.
And I can tell you it didn't happen.
Okay, but just, we have.
I'm very cautious.
I know you are, and, but I just want to make sure since it was sent to the clerk's office. It probably, the court reporter said a blonde hair with a pinkish outfit sitting close to the witness. So they're probably talking about the kids.
Make sure they know what I am.
That's an expert.
Yeah. Wanted to address it for the record, to be sure.
No,
All right.
I think that's circle.
Your Honor, we are ready.
Ready for cross? All right, Mr. Toll, bring in the jury, please.
Just so y'all know, I know exactly what they talking about, but we really didn't see the juror when the guy had when Mr. Devontae Bryant, when he was on the ground, you could see the cameraman trying to pan over to get his on the ground activity, and as he panned over, you could see like the top of somebody's head, but you didn't know whose head it was. I'm assuming that was the top of the head of some juror, but I mean, we didn't see their face or anything, so I don't know what the big deal is, but whatever. But that's what they're talking about. Hey, welcome in, real happy. But it wasn't anything like that. But here we go. But the cameraman, like I can tell you right now, that didn't happen. He's saying it with his chest, all his might.
Jury's present, John. Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Bryant, my name is Sean Kent. I do not believe we've ever met each other. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, we never met.
And I'm going to go over a couple of rules so we can be on the same page as I'm asking you questions. Is that fair?
Okay.
And I do this with everybody. Just make sure we're both on the same page. Madam Court Reporter is taking out every single word that you are saying. You did a good job from the state, but she cannot take down head nods and shakes and things of that nature. So make sure you answer yes, no, and so on, so she can get every word. Is that fair?
Okay.
2, she cannot take down if the two of us are talking over one another. So if you'll give me opportunity to ask my question, I'll give you opportunity to answer the question. Is that fair?
Okay.
And if at any point in time I speak way too fast, and I've been told I do that, and you do not understand my question, if you simply ask me to repeat it, I will repeat it so you can have it read again. Is that fair? If I can remember the question I asked.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer Mr. Bryant, Devontae? What do you want to be called? I'm going to give you a proper title.
Either or.
Okay. Is it fine if I call you Mr. Bryant?
Yeah.
Mr. Bryant, I want to go through first the testimony that you offered the state of South Carolina just a few moments ago. Do you remember what you testified to?
Yeah.
And I want to first start at the beginning part of your testimony that you were giving to the jury when they were asking you questions about guns. So remember that?
Yes.
And when they were asking you questions about guns, they were asking you about the prevalence and the amount of guns in the community of children, 14-year-olds and so forth. Remember those questions?
Yeah.
And do you remember saying that it was basically normal that a lot of kids have guns?
Yeah.
And it is okay for them to have guns because it's a sign, a status or something of that nature, right?
I'm not saying okay, but
It's not okay, is it? It's not okay?
I didn't say that it was okay for a child to have a gun. I never said that.
And then let me follow that up with that question. It's not okay, is it?
I mean, it depends on what point you come from. I don't.
Please explain. What point would make it okay for somebody under the age of 15 to possess a firearm?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, you do know. You just said it depends. So let the jury know, based upon the questions from the state and your answer, when is it okay for someone under the age of 14 or a child to have a gun?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, everybody had their own viewpoint of it. That's why I say it depends.
And I'm asking your viewpoint, based upon your testimony, based upon what you've offered to this jury, when is it okay?
I mean, protection-wise, if you ask me.
Go on, please. I did ask you.
That's it.
What do you mean protection-wise?
Depending on the area you grew up in or the areas you stay in, maybe.
And so when the state of South Carolina put you on the stand, they understood that you felt it was okay to break the law for protection.
Objection to the question.
I'm ready.
All right, ready.
It is your testimony that it is okay to break the law for protection purposes.
No, I'm not saying. I never once said that.
Okay, tell me what you said. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I don't remember, but I didn't say that.
No, you just said it a few seconds ago, that it would be okay for protection purposes for someone under the age of 14 to have a firearm. Is that what you just said?
That's what I said.
Is it legal for someone under the age of 14 to have a firearm?
No.
So would it be breaking the law for a person under 14 to have a firearm?
Yes.
And so would your testimony not have just been, it is okay for someone under the age of 14 to break the law for protection? Isn't that your testimony?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I guess? Because that's what they put you up to justify and say it's okay. So is that your testimony still to this jury?
Objection to the question and the implication. allow it, but be careful.
I am. Did you understand my question?
No, sir.
Well, let's move on just a bit. We'll go back to that. Do you own a firearm?
No.
You don't have a firearm?
No.
Did you have a firearm that day
No.
in your vehicle?
No.
You had a child yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
3.
And I think one of them would be 14 years old right now.
Yeah.
You would not want him to have a firearm.
No.
You would instruct him not to have a firearm.
No.
You would not want him to have a firearm for protection or status or anything.
No.
No, you would think it would be wrong. Correct? Correct?
Yeah.
It would be dangerous.
Yeah.
And you would not want your child in the community carrying a firearm.
No.
The solicitor's office asks you about your criminal record. You stand on the stand currently as a convicted felon.
Yeah.
And so you couldn't own a firearm anyway.
Yeah.
And so you stand over there convicted of 3 separate offenses.
I'm not sure how many. I'm not sure.
Not sure how many felonies you have?
No.
Okay. Were these all in Richland County?
Yeah.
And so were you prosecuted in this courthouse?
Yeah.
And so they are familiar with you?
I don't know.
Okay. When you talked to officers on the scene, well, let's go through this. You actually gave 2 separate statements to officers. One on a body cam on scene. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then separately, you talked to another officer. Is that a fair statement? Like you sat down and met with an officer and gave an actual recorded interview. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to talk about the second interview first, because this was with a member of the Richland County Sheriff's Department who interviewed you.
They both were.
Okay? Both were Richland County officers.
Yeah.
They interviewed you, right?
Yeah.
They asked you what happened.
Yeah.
They asked your details.
Yeah.
They let you give the story.
Yeah.
And you gave them this story, and after you gave the story, do you remember one of the officers telling you, don't embellish, that doesn't fit the evidence?
Objection.
I don't know what that means.
Sustained.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
When you met with them, did they think you were exaggerating the story?
Objection, Your Honor,
No.
speculation of what somebody else believes. Sustained.
When you gave the story to law enforcement, what was your belief when you left, when you talked to them? Do you believe they believed your version?
Objection, Your Honor, to what he believes somebody else believes.
I wouldn't.
Sustained. You're asking to
That's fine,
determine
Judge.
what the officer believes.
When you gave your story to law enforcement, and I want to make it clear, you told law enforcement that, and I want to make sure it's good again, I want to make sure the testimony is good. At some point, you're saying the victim had his hands up
Yeah.
and he shot when his hands were up. I just want to make sure, tell me if I'm wrong.
No.
So explain it to me again so we can all understand.
When he was on the ground, like
Yes, sir.
after he fell from being shot, it's like he was trying to roll himself over. That's when his hands was up.
Now, there's no question he fell twice.
Yes, it is.
Your testimony is that he was shot the first time.
Which
I'm
you mean?
asking, you tell me when he was shot, if he fell twice. Do you know exactly when he was shot?
You said if he fell twice after the second stumble, it wasn't 2 fallings.
Or was it 2 falls?
No.
Okay. And I guess I'm getting more confused, and you did it with the solicitor's office, but I need to know exactly what position he was in when he was shot. And if I'm not mistaken, when you were,
When you saying when he was shot, as in when he hit the ground?
no, when he was shot.
Like, oh, he was trying to stand completely up.
He was trying to stand completely up.
Yeah.
And I think when you were right here, you had him completely straight, correct?
What you mean, completely straight?
Was he standing completely up when he was shot like this?
I mean, almost as if, yeah, almost.
And Mr. Chow, was he directly behind him?
No, not directly behind him.
If you can come down again for me and just put your body in the position that you saw, I want to make sure I say this correctly, the position you saw Cyrus in when he was shot. Does that make sense? I'll make sure you understand my question before you do. Do you understand my question?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you come down from the stand and just show the jury the position, the exact position his body was in when he was shot that you saw?
Yeah. I said he was almost like completely up, like he was getting up like this. He wasn't here. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he was like here, but still trying to move and get up at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
I do, and I'm just confused because I thought with the solicitor's office, you said he was straight up. So you're not saying he was
He's
straight
trying to get straight up. He's trying to get up like how I'm standing, like this. He's trying to get to this point, but he never could get to this point. He's still stumbling, trying to catch his movement. That's what's going on.
That's what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after he was shot, what happened from that position?
He fell. He fell completely again.
Right there.
Yeah.
Didn't move any further.
It's like maybe a try to turn over type of thing, maybe.
So where the body came to rest is where he was shot.
I don't know where his body came from because it was so many people gathered around him. I couldn't see exactly nothing. All I could see is like legs and feet, and the older lady's son was on their knees and all of that. I couldn't really exactly see him. Like I'm looking at this desk right here.
Yes,
I couldn't literally just see everything. I see everybody huddled around him.
Okay, go ahead back up there. Thank you. Now I want to go backwards to the body cam footage. Do you remember you said on the side of the road you talked to the officers while they were there?
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Do you remember telling the officer on the body footage that you watched the shot through your car mirror, through your rearview mirror?
No.
You do not remember that?
No.
And if I was to find testimony or anything, you would dispute saying that to anyone that day?
I don't remember that.
Is it possible you could have said that?
I don't remember that at all.
And you had mentioned that when you were driving by the scene, you were going at a very slow pace.
Yeah.
And if there was video of your car not going at a slow pace, would you disagree with that?
Yeah.
And so how fast would you say you would have been going?
I don't know.
I need you to guesstimate because you said you were tracking them. So how fast you were going? 1 mile, 2 mile?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't remember.
You had mentioned in your testimony that you did not see anyone throw anything. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you said you saw the book bag laying directly on the ground?
Yeah.
And it just had fallen?
When he fell, the book bag fell. The first time.
Immediately at the same spot?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I wouldn't say the same spot. I can't remember exactly where, but I wouldn't say the same spot. I think it kind of fell down, so I can't really remember.
Well, you testified to it, and so that's why I want to make sure, but you testified on direct that it fell right there. So if you want to correct that now, please.
I mean, can you explain what right there is? It could be here, it could be there. You're saying right there. I don't know what right there is.
Well, I need to know because that was your testimony. Where did the book bag fall?
On the ground.
Where?
I mean, I have to look or something. I can't just say where exactly it was on the ground.
You saw the book bag?
Yeah.
You saw the book bag on the ground?
Yeah.
It was not down a hill in some grassy area. You personally saw it?
Yeah, it was on the ground.
Okay. And your testimony is you personally saw the shoe come on?
Yeah.
Federal courts is open for one more.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Now, you are not testifying, I want to make sure I'm clear on this, you are not testifying today that the young man was shot while he was on the ground.
No.
Have you ever before, under oath, any testimony ever testified that he was shot on the ground?
Testify. This is my first time testifying.
Yeah. Have you ever given any statements or anything to suggest that he was on the ground?
I believe so, I think.
You believe so? You have actually before to law enforcement said he was on the ground when he was shot.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, so much going on at one time. You know, like right after the incident, I'm calling my mom. So much going on. The social media thing going on. So much going on.
I got it. So much going on. So much stuff in our heads. So much to pay attention to, and then time to. figure out a different story.
No,
Well-
not a different story.
Well, originally, you have told law enforcement that he was on the ground when he was shot, correct?
Okay.
Not okay.
Yeah.
And we now realize that's not possible, correct?
Yeah.
And you know that's not possible, correct?
Yeah.
And now today you're telling something a little different, correct?
Not just today, when I spoke with him too.
When you spoke with who?
Officer.
But you understand, we always want to try to get someone's statement as close to the event as possible, right? Because we want to get as accurate as possible. Is that a fair statement?
No.
You don't want to get someone's memory as close to the event as possible?
I mean, yeah, but that's not fair because, no.
That's not fair. We don't want to know accurate. We don't want someone to plan. We don't want someone to think of something. Don't you want someone's memory as close to the event as possible?
No.
No? Why not?
I mean,
Why not?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it shouldn't matter. If something happens, something happens. It don't matter when you ask them.
You got that exactly right. It shouldn't matter. When something happens, it should stay consistent. Is that a fair statement?
That's not what I just said.
So tell me what you said.
I just said when something happens. I never said nothing about being consistent or anything. I didn't say that.
Okay. So should someone's story change?
No.
No. That's what consistent means. So it should be consistent from one time to the next. Is that fair?
I mean, you said that, yeah.
You don't think a story should be consistent?
Yeah, story is consistent.
A story is consistent.
Should be, yeah.
Should be consistent. So at one point you told a story that he was shot directly on the ground, and then today you're saying he wasn't. Do you agree that's not consistent?
Yeah, but I think there was a misunderstanding because I don't think the officer was really understanding what I was saying. So I think he kind of misunderstood my explanation. That's what I think.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
And a few minutes ago, I asked you, you specifically stated that you said he was on the ground when he was shot, and there was a bunch going on in your head, and you were incorrect.
No, I didn't say that. I said the women was around him on the ground as I was passing back by the scene. So I couldn't
But when
see.
I directly asked you about telling an officer or giving a statement that you said originally that he was on the ground when he got shot, that's what I asked you.
Yeah, but you just asked me something totally different, pretending. You didn't ask me the same thing.
What?
What you asked me prior to the question that you just asked me.
Do you remember, let's make it very simple. Do you remember at some point in time telling an officer, anybody, that Cyrus was on the ground when he got shot?
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
That's not a confusion. That's not a trick question. That's a yes.
Yeah.
Today, you're saying that's different, correct?
Yeah.
You have met with law enforcement, solicitors, everybody in between those two times, yes?
Yeah.
And we realize the first thing that you said about shot on the ground is not possible.
No.
Yes, sir.
A moment ago, I was asking you if there would be any video or anything of that nature of your car going at a fast level, and you said there would not be. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
And you do recognize your car?
Yeah.
And you know what it looks like. What type of car is it?
Honda Accord.
He look like he might be struggling with a little short man complex. My thoughts is that because the last witness that was on the stand, she said that he had fell, right? Tripped over the curb. He got back up. At least he was trying to get back up. And that's when he was pewed in the back. So he was trying to get back up. She said he may have took like maybe one step. And he got, shot in the back. And then, I guess he was trying to roll himself over. So I guess different people look at it different ways. But it still doesn't negate the fact. Up, down, all around, your client shot him. That's what he need to yell. I think about to send the jury out. Yeah, Angela. When Mr. Yagmin, when Rick Chow rolled him over and started administering CPR, I think that's when it kind of came out of his hood in the front, and Mr. Chow Ming moved, pushed it out the way, from my understanding. They all over there at the defense table for some reason. I know I would have said something like, "Sir, listen, I don't care what I said. What I could tell you is what happened. Your client had a weapon. Your client shot it. The little boy passed away." It's so irritating because it didn't have to happen. It's nothing that he could have had stolen out of that store that is worth taking his life for. That show you the total disregard that people have. And don't get me wrong, I don't think Chow Ming thought that he was gonna take the little boy's life. But he had this thing about he wanted to scare people. He wanted to teach people, don't come back in my store. So his thing, he chased them down, let off some rounds like he did in the past with other people, where he let off the 6 shots, where he let off the 2 shots before. Nobody got unalive there. So he just doing his normal one too. I'm gonna scare you off. You ain't never coming up in here again.
Laptop, and we can use, I don't have to publish, and no problem with that. Okay.
Does that work for y'all?
If that makes it cleaner and easier for you, then if I have to come
I
up
don't
with
have any problem with, I don't have any problem with that. I do have a problem with this being published, but I'm thinking it's not.
Okay. It's not actually, it's concerned if we publish it, we will introduce it in evidence, and not they're concerned that we're just going to publish it. So my only question there, if you want to come up there and show me the threshold we can do, and can have a little come up there and see my right. We're just talking. Okay.
We're back off the record.
I think we're ready to go. Yeah, I think we got.
Your Honor, so what we are going to do, sorry for confusion, is rather than publish to the entire panel, we will utilize to refresh his memory.
Okay.
There will be no objection. They have no problem with someone from our team showing him the camera, so it speeds it up a little bit.
Okay.
And we go from there.
Very good.
And we're trying to get our technical staff here, this poor lawyer.
Let me know when you're ready.
I just want to make sure. Those are the right ones. Different.
He's sitting up there on the stand like, what is taking so long? Ooh, is that the one that the old man? I'm assuming so. Nickname Mr. Murder. Okay, look like we about to get back started.
Don't bring it to jury, please, sir.
Are we fine with that? Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, would they get this show on the road? Oh my goodness.
Jewish brothers, John.
Thank you, Mr. Tolbert. Mr. Kemp, Mr. Ross.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, I promise you, I'm almost done. When we took a break, I was asking you about your car, you remember things of that nature?
Yeah.
And the direction of travel.
Yeah.
The speed your car would have been going.
Yeah.
And what direction you would have been looking at the shooting.
Yeah.
Is that all? Remember all of that?
Yeah.
And then there was a question if you remember the speed and things of that nature, and I talked to you about a potential video.
Yeah.
If I was able to show you a video, would it help refresh your memory as to what your car was actually doing that day?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point in time, Your Honor, I would ask one of the lawyers from our table to show the video just to him.
Okay.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to show you two videos. I don't want you to talk about them. I don't want you to say anything about them. Just watch the two videos that I'm going to show you. Is that a fair
Okay.
statement?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Scott's going to come up there as well. Look at what you watch.
Sean, do you want me to play them both?
Both of them. Right, just both of them. Just let me know if they both happen to show up. Make sure no one's on this.
I know. I'm trying to. All right, let me restart this one. Did you see that whole one?
Yeah.
Devontae, have you now seen both of the videos?
Yeah.
And a little louder so make sure she can. Is that a yes?
Yeah.
And the videos, that's your car in the video?
Yeah.
And that car shows the direction you're traveling?
Yeah.
And it shows the speed you're traveling?
Yeah.
And you are the only one inside of your vehicle?
Yeah.
And that car shows both directions that you're driving?
Yeah. It goes the same way. Yeah.
Yeah. It's different angles?
Yeah.
Okay. And one of the videos shows your car in one position that will be an opposite side of the shooting. Is that a fair statement? Going past the shooting?
No, you can't explain that to me, brother.
How about you explain it so I'm not the one asking the bad questions? What did the video show you?
It showed me going up Spring Tree.
Okay. Away from the shooting?
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, not really away from it, but it's still like right there. I mean, that's the entrance of the apartments.
And the interests of the apartments are past where the incident happened.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's what we see as your car going past where the incident happened.
yeah.
Okay. And that would go along with the question in which I asked you from the body cam that you said on scene, I was looking at it through my rear view.
No.
Okay. But you do remember that question
Which one?
about looking at it through your rear view.
No.
You don't remember me asking that question earlier?
No.
You don't remember me asking a question about what happened on the scene and you telling an officer that you had looked at it through your rear view?
I don't remember that.
Okay. But you remember that question?
Yeah.
And you understand what I'm saying about that video that shows your car past the scene, right?
Yeah.
And that would make sense that you're looking at it through through the rear view mirror.
No.
Okay. And two, the other thing that we're showing is you're not going 1 or 2 miles an hour in that video. Would you agree with that?
Well, the first one, it looks like it, yeah.
Is your position that the video that we showed you were going 1 or 2 miles an hour?
I wouldn't say 1 or 2 miles per hour, but very slow, yes.
Very slow. What is your definition of very slow?
I mean, it's just exactly what I said.
What speed limit would be very slow?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I need to know because that's a big deal. How fast you were going there.
I would just be guessing. I don't have a direct answer, like a direct speed limit answer. I don't know.
And I just showed you a video showing you how fast you were going. That refreshed your memory. You're
Yeah.
saying from that video you can't tell how fast you were going?
No.
Objection, asked and answered, Your Honor. Several times, sustained.
Thank you, Wanda. That's all the questions I have.
All right. Redirect.
Devontae, do you know where those camera angles, where they were from?
Those look like the apartments he tried to make it to.
Okay. So your testimony, from what I remember, was that you were driving. At some point, you do pass the scene where Cyrus came to
Yeah.
arrest.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is it your testimony that at some point after you drove past, you were still looking over your shoulder?
Yeah, looking over my shoulder, yeah.
Okay. And I think your testimony is you turned around and went back out.
Yeah, when I got a little bit past what he showed me, I turned around in the middle of the road.
Okay. But did you almost stop in those videos they just showed you?
Yeah, that's how slow I was going.
Okay. Now, one more time. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, when you're watching, and do you remember the video that we had? I think it might be 24, 21, where it shows Cyrus running, the shoe comes off.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah.
All right, and you saw your car in that video?
Yeah.
Okay. And does that depict how close in relation you were to Cyrus and the two Chows?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you continued up the road?
Yeah.
When Cyrus hit the curb and fell to the ground, how did you describe that fall?
Hard, real hard.
All right. Is this or is this not an accurate depiction of what you were explaining? As he's getting up, he doesn't fully make it upright. He's still, is this accurate?
Yeah,
to some degree?
he's trying to stand upright, but he's still moving too
And
fast.
he's still moving forward, trying to get his balance.
Yeah, they're trying to get away from him
And then he falls for the last and final time.
for being shot. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you know this?
I seen it.
Thank you.
Anything on recall?
Briefing,
Yes, sir.
will not take long. When, based upon the solicitor's questions, on the scene, you specifically told the officer, do you remember, that Cyrus was facing him when he got shot?
No.
You do not remember saying that?
No.
Anything else? Yeah. All right, sir, you can step down. Thank you for being here. Okay. Everybody calling that's with us?
State Coast Greg Walker.
You record yourself.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, another sidebar. You say he gonna drink some beer when he get home. Oh man. I don't know. Is marijuana legal in South Carolina? Because if so, he probably be out there about to, go ahead and, take that to the head. Oh my goodness.
Stand and state your name for the record.
Gregory Walker.
May I please court?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Good morning, Mr. Walker. How are you?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. So I just want to introduce you to the jury for a little bit. So could you tell us where you work?
Columbia Fire Department.
How long have you been with the firefighting department?
26 years.
26 years?
Yes.
What's your current position?
Battalion chief.
How long does it take you to get to that position?
Depends on how you hit it. If you hit the promotional right, you can get it. Some guys making it 15 years.
15? Yeah. It takes a minute.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's not, they just hand it to you when you walk in the door?
Nah, you don't get it. No battlefield promotion.
So do you live in Columbia?
Yes, I do.
How long have you lived here?
27 years.
27? Born and raised or no?
No, I'm originally from Birmingham.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, Birmingham, yeah.
So you're a Crimson Tide fan?
No, I'm a Florida Gator.
That's a good man. All right, so when we're talking about May 28th, 2023, were you working that day?
Yes, I was.
Okay, where were you working? Like either were you on the road, were you at a station?
I responded from my station, which is North Main. Off of North Main, yes.
Do you know roughly ballpark how far that is from where this happened?
I don't know the exact mileage, but it's not right off at all.
Okay. How about whenever you were notified that something had happened, how long did it take you to get to the location?
Roughly 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. So you're there pretty quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. When you get there, what do you see? Can you kind of describe what the scene looked like?
I get there, my guy was on scene. I think EMS and the Richland County cop, the crowd was getting kind of big around there. So as I always do, I get out my battalion, make sure the scene is secure. I talk to the captain that was on scene, ask what he needed. And then I always try to talk to people that's around if I can gather as much information as we can.
When you say your guys are on scene, do you mean an engine?
Engine company.
How many guys are in an engine?
4.
4?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys respond to these kind of calls all
Yes.
the time? Okay.
Yes, we do.
So when you get on scene, you see your guys, do you see any other emergency personnel?
Yes, EMS is on scene.
Okay. Deputies, officers on scene too?
Yeah, deputies on scene.
Are there a bunch of lay witnesses around or lay individuals, regular people?
Regular people, and
Yeah.
EMS in Richland
Okay.
County.
So you talk to your guys?
Right.
And then you kind of mill around, and do you talk to anybody else?
Yes, I did. You talking about on that day?
Yeah.
Yes, when I got finished talking to my guys, I seen another guy that was standing back. I asked him, do he know what happened? And,
And don't tell me what he said.
Okay.
Okay. Without getting into anything that he actually said to you, did anybody on scene, your guys, this guy, whomever, tell you about a gun being involved some way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Okay. Did anybody say that the victim, Cyrus, had pointed a gun?
No.
Did anybody say that the victim was carrying a gun? Did anybody say if the victim was carrying a gun?
No.
Okay. Do you know who you were speaking to that day?
Yes, I do.
Could you say who it was?
I don't know his name. I think it was the son of the store owner.
Who's Mr. Andy Chow?
Yes, it was his son.
Court's indulgence. No further questions, Your Honor. Please answer any questions from the defense.
Yes, sir.
Scene was pretty chaotic when you got there, would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there were a lot of people there gathering at that point?
Yes, it was.
Okay. You didn't actually conduct an interview or interrogation of anybody, correct?
No, sir, I did not.
And of course, the state asked you about whether or not anybody had said anything about a gun. That was their first question to you?
Yes.
Actually, somebody did say something about a gun, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. And the person you were talking to, I think you identified as the son,
Yes.
said that he told his father that Mr. Carmack-Belton had a gun.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll be ready.
There you are.
All right, sir, you can step down. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Is that ready to call you next witness?
Yes, the state called Ryan Metz.
I do.
Thank you for succeeding. The witness stand, state your full name for the record, and please spell your first and last name.
Brian Metz, Brianne.
Investigator Metz, where do you work?
At the Richland County Sheriff's Department.
And how long have you worked there?
Next month will be 44 years.
It's a long time. And what is your current job there?
I'm an investigator in the digital forensic unit, which is part of the criminal investigating division.
How long have you worked in that role?
I've been in that unit since 2007.
Almost 20 years?
Yes.
And prior to that, what were some other positions you had at the Sheriff's Department?
Like most officers, started as a uniform patrol officer. From there, went to several different teams that worked out of investigations, uniform teams at that point. Went to be the resident deputy in the Dutch Fork Valentine area for about 8 years, where I pretty much did everything, worked from home and did everything law enforcement wise. And then have been in investigations since 99, I believe, 1999.
And what are some of your duties as a digital forensic examiner?
The digital forensic unit covers mainly cell phones now. When I first started, we did computers. We did cell phones, which were just coming about, especially the smartphones were just coming about. Also installing cameras and other GPSs and type work like that. And then currently we're kind of split where we have several people that do all the cell phones, and I do just about all of the video. If I'm available, then I do the video and DVRs.
And as part of your role to participate and assist in criminal investigations when asked?
Yes.
And in your career, I guess, as a patrol deputy, a investigator in the criminal investigations unit, and now in the digital forensics unit, have you been asked to collect and download surveillance videos for crimes like murders, robberies, shootings, shopliftings, thefts, and other crimes?
I have.
And you said, compared to when you first started the Sheriff's Department, technology has kind of changed. Has video evidence become a more common and important type of evidence in investigations?
It has. Most major investigations have video involved somehow or another. Most minor investigations have video involved somehow or another. You have a lot of the video that I don't have to deal with because it's automated through license plate cameras and stuff like that, that the investigators or the Intel division can access through databases. But then a lot of what we have is video that's in stores, people's houses that they don't know how to download, or they've forgotten the passcode or something like that. So just about the vast majority of our cases have something to do with video.
So you mentioned license plate readers. Did that exist? That type of technology exist when you first started?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so in your role, have you had to learn and become familiar with advances and updates in digital technology?
Yes, ma'am. It's constantly changing. You have to keep up.
Okay. And back in 2023 or May 2023, did you work as a digital forensics examiner?
I did.
Okay. In regard to this specific case, were you involved in collecting surveillance video equipment and other storage equipment from the Shell gas station and downloading videos from them?
I was.
Okay. And did you do a report to document your involvement?
I did.
Did you also take pictures to document your involvement?
I did.
And as part of your job, do you commonly go to like stores, gas stations, retail stores, and other types of places to collect surveillance videos?
I do.
And when you go to these different locations to collect videos for these criminal investigations, typically, do you work with the investigator or the deputy involved to kind of learn some information about the case and what video footage to collect and timeframes?
My main involvement is they're supposed to give me a time frame that they want. On occasions, it'll be an object that they're looking for, a blue car or something like that, something specific. But I usually need the date and time that they're looking for.
On May 30th, 2023, did you respond to the Shell gas station?
I did.
And that would have been 2 days after the shooting?
That's correct.
And by that date, had Rick Chow already been arrested on May 29th?
I believe so.
And when you got involved in this case, were you aware that this was a murder case stemming out of the Chow's allegations that the victim shot with the water from the store?
I was.
And were you aware that another Sheriff's Department digital examiner, John Burkhardt, had downloaded some videos from the store the night of the shooting?
I was.
And were you able to access and review the videos that he downloaded?
Not at that time, I did later.
Okay, but at some point, up
At some
until today. Okay. Did you later go to the store and collect additional surveillance and storage equipment and computers?
I did.
Or after Burkhardt did?
After Burkhardt, that's correct.
And when you went, were there other investigators with you in the store that day?
There were.
About how many other investigators were with you?
At least 3 that I recall.
And when you entered the store, where in the store was the video equipment located?
In the office.
And was that in the back of the store?
Back of the store, yes.
And did you take pictures of kind of how the office looked and the video equipment when you first entered it?
I did.
I'm going to show you states 57, well, 58, 59 first. You tell me if you recognize this from these pictures.
I do.
Okay, and did you take those pictures?
I did.
Okay, what's shown in those pictures?
The first picture is the information screen from the system that was on the computer in the store. The other picture is a screenshot of the monitor showing the different views that were available.
Okay, and showing you 57, do you recognize what's shown in this?
I do.
Okay, what's shown?
So that's several of the computers that were in the store and the 6 servers that were in the store.
Your Honor, the state requests to enter number 57 through 59 into evidence.
Without objection. That be admitted as state 57, 58, 59 without objection.
So let's look at state number 57. Okay. Now, this picture was not taken at the Shell station the day that you went, correct?
That's correct.
But does this picture show the equipment that you collected from the store?
It does.
Okay. And kind of again, can you describe what types of equipment is shown in this state 57?
So basically the 4 items to our left are computer systems, Windows-based computer systems. The other items, the 6 items stacked one on top of each other, are storage systems, currently referred to as RAID systems, that were in the store.
Okay, those 2 things at the top, what are those?
Those both appeared to be the network switches.
Were those been the NVRs or?
Well, the first one, there's a network switch, and the other one, so on the top row, the kind of one to the left, that's a network switch that could be, that might be the back end to one of the DVRs, the NVRs.
Okay.
And then the other one is definitely an NVR.
Okay, so focusing on the 6 servers stacked up, what are servers usually used for?
For data storage.
Okay. Like video data storage?
It can be, yes.
All right. And on the day that you went to the store office, you know, was the equipment like organized like this? Describe how the equipment was laid out in the office when you went.
So the servers were on a shelf that was off to one side. The computers were, a couple of them were on the desk, one of them was on the floor under some paperwork. The DVRs were actually on the other side of the room, but they were hooked in through a network cable somewhere.
Were there a lot of wires and cords attached to these things?
Going everywhere.
You said what?
They were going everywhere.
Okay. And did the investigators at the scene transport these items back to Richland County headquarters?
They did. They were transported back for us.
And can you describe like how y'all transported this video equipment back?
I don't recall if they had Tahoes or Ford Explorers, but they were SUVs. As I would turn things off and get them disconnected, then I would hand them out to them, and they were loading them into the trucks so that they could all take them back to the office.
Did it fit in like the back seat in one of the cars, the front? Like how much space did it take up?
It pretty much takes up a full size Explorer, or medium size, whatever it is, Explorer.
And when you analyzed this equipment, when you got back to your office, were some of those servers and devices used to store surveillance videos recorded from Rick Chow's cameras?
Yes, I was able to get video from the 2 NVRs.
Okay. Now, were you able to gain access and download videos from all of those servers in this picture?
I was not.
And why weren't you able to do that?
I did not have the correct passwords.
Okay. And what were the names of the, I guess, systems that you were actually able to access and download videos from?
So there's the Hikvision NVR and the Dalhua NVR.
And were you able to download and access videos from those 2 devices?
I was.
Okay, and why were you able to do that?
I was able to get access into them, and they're NVRs is another name for a DVR that is networkable. And so if you could get access, then you can download from a DVR.
Were any of them password protected? Would you like to see your report to refresh your memory?
I bet I'll look at that.
Okay.
So I was given one passcode that worked several items, but did not work the other items that I tried to get into. And I believe one of those DVRs had a swipe passcode, but I was able to get access into both of them.
Okay. And where did you get that password from?
It was sent to me through supervisors at the department I told them, requested that some contact be made to get those.
And that contact would have been made with someone in the Chow family?
I really don't
Or
know.
associated.
It was my understanding may have been with the attorneys that were representing the child.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you said.
So I don't know exactly where they came from. I requested them. I was given them back, and it was my understanding that it may have been from attorneys speaking to the child family is where we got them.
So let's look at State 58. All right, and what is this?
So while I was in the store and before or it was actually later, I brought up that was the one computer that I could get into that held the Blue Iris software. So that is a sheet that gives you the information on what version and that type thing. So I made a record of that by taking the picture.
And that says that this Blue Iris security software was registered to Rick Chow?
That's correct.
Okay. And is Blue Iris software designed as like a video surveillance management system?
It is.
Okay. And are you familiar from your experience in dealing with different types of video surveillance systems and downloading videos? Are you familiar with some of the features of the Blue Iris software, the Hua and the Hikvision NVRs that you?
I am, and depending on the cost and how high line it is, there's a lot of different variety in what you can get.
Okay, so let's just talk about some of the general features of these things. Do these camera systems have the ability to customize or add features?
Some do, yes.
Okay. Do they only allow you to operate one camera through the system, or can you have multiple ones?
Multiple cameras.
Okay. Can you have like an audio feature in these types of camera systems? Audio, like you could have, do they record audio in some of these video systems?
I'm not hearing what you're saying.
Do these video systems record audio in the video?
Some do, yes, and that's usually, you'll have the option to either hook a microphone, or a lot of times that comes off a camera that has a microphone to it, and then you can select and have it come through. And it's usually only done on one channel.
Okay. And do these camera systems, can they offer some type of remote access?
Most do, yes.
Okay. And does that mean that you can you don't have to be in the actual store or on one computer to access the videos and stuff?
That's correct.
Do these camera systems have the ability to have remote access through like a cell phone too?
Yes, most manufacturers will have an app that you can download and then access it through that app.
What about the ability of the camera system to take screenshots and save them?
A lot of the systems, even the basic DVRs, you can select a screenshot of the video that you're looking at, and on some of the higher line ones, it's able to download it and put it to a computer that you're using.
And speaking of these, customizable features that you talked about and the added features, can you add any facial recognition features to these cameras?
You can on many of the systems nowadays.
Okay, so let's look at 59. All right, can you zoom in a little bit? Okay. So looking at 59, did you take this photo while you were inside the Chow store?
I did.
Okay, and are all the cameras on this screen maintained through the Blue Iris software system?
They are.
And is each camera angle labeled by different names?
They are.
Okay, and do these angles show either inside or outside the store?
They do.
Okay. And at the bottom right, it says May 30th, 2023.
That's right.
All right. Looking at that, I guess, let's see. If you look at like the different screens, do you see some of them have like little bells on them?
I do. You're talking about the.
Like a little bell symbol?
Yes, I can see those on several of them.
Okay. Now, when you went back to your office to analyze this particular equipment or software or video cameras associated with the Blue Iris software cameras, were you able to download any videos from those particular cameras?
I was not.
Okay. And were you looking for, what date were you looking for videos from?
From the date of the incident.
But you couldn't find it?
I did not.
Okay. So were you also asked to collect surveillance videos from other locations around the area?
I was.
And were those locations Springtree Apartments and like Greenbrier Apartments?
That's correct.
And where are those apartments located in relation to the gas station in Springtree Drive?
So Willow Oaks is the road that runs beside the gas station. If you go down there, the first place on your left is Springtree, and then all the way at the end of that road is the entrance, guard shack and all, to Willow Oaks, and then there's a back gate about halfway down there.
And why did you decide to collect videos from those specific locations?
You don't know what you have until you go and look at it and collect it. So with both of those, there was a possibility that the cameras had shown the incident occurring on the roadway.
Okay, and after you reviewed those videos, did they show any of the chase down the street or the shooting?
I could not see that. I could see cars moving and stuff, but the one from Spring Tree is kind of blocked by a hill and trees. The one from the guard shack at Greenbrier is blocked by the hill in that roadway. And then there's a separate camera on a pole by the back gate. And of course, they're interested in people coming to the back gate, so that camera's turned down too low.
So earlier, you talked about as part of your job and your kind of just 44 years.
That's right.
At Richland County, as law enforcement, you've collected videos from multiple different types of stores and other gas stations.
That's correct.
Okay, so let's look at state number 57. Okay, so how would you compare the amount of video surveillance systems, the amount of storage servers that the Chow has in their stores compared to other stores that you've been to?
An objection, you have no foundation to establish that he has that information, with the ability to make it.
Overruled, go ahead.
So the DVR systems, it's not unusual to see more than one in the store. It's not unusual to see DVR systems that are built into computer systems. What I found unusual was the amount of storage. That's way more storage than I've ever seen at any convenience store or house or anything like that.
Okay, and those 6 servers that are stacked up, those like little individual slots, what are those?
Those are hard drive bays.
Okay, and based on your review of those servers, like how would you estimate how much storage that they had?
If I remember correctly, they each had a 20 terabyte hard drive. So you're looking at 120 terabytes for each box.
For each one of like the big boxes is 120?
I believe that's what they were.
Okay, so it would be estimating 120 times 6?
Yes.
Is the amount of storage, okay. And is there like an analogy of like something that's close to that amount of storage that's like?
Actually, ma'am, the figures on that. So you've got 12, not 6 in each box at times 20.
So you said what?
So you have 20 terabyte times 12.
Okay. And like, apps and stuff like that, like I guess computer storages, like do they usually have this much storage?
They do not.
Okay. And based on your familiarity with digital equipment, would you describe the types of equipment that the Chows had in their store as low quality or inexpensive?
It would be expensive.
Is it expensive?
Yes.
Okay, like $200 expensive?
No.
Or what?
I have not priced the Synology. That's a brand name on those storage boxes.
I have no idea and would object to this on 3 grounds of relevance. It's very interesting and a question of foundation, but it is irrelevant.
Okay, go ahead.
Just the hard drives nowadays would be very expensive. Hard drives have gone up tremendously. At that time, you were probably looking at several $100s per hard drive. Boxes like that are, I would be safe to say, in excess of $5,000 a piece. The one that I have in my office is nowhere near as robust as that. And it's at least that much.
So it's fair to say they made a large investment in their security and storage equipment.
Yes.
So you said earlier, as a digital forensic examiner, you have to learn about advances in technology, correct?
Correct.
And are you familiar with facial recognition software technology?
To some degree.
Okay, can you just generally explain what your knowledge of that is?
So Facial recognition basically uses biometric points on a person's face. It's science type thing where you pick out so many points that are in the same place. It then basically makes a mathematical algorithm out of it. And then with the newer DVRs and cameras, there are actually some cameras that will do the facial recognition itself, but you can compare that to a known picture and it could tell you whether it's the same person, or it will give you a probability rating as to whether it's the same person.
Is facial recognition a method that law enforcement can use to identify people?
It is.
And typically, to use facial recognition technology, you have to have a photo of that person's face, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And can that photo come from a screenshot of a person's face from a surveillance video?
It can.
All right. And are you aware of Richland County Sheriff's Department investigators using screenshots from surveillance videos to identify potential suspects through facial recognition?
I am. We have an intel unit in the investigative division, and they usually handle that, but they also have software to do it with, where they can take pictures from a lot of different places and use it to compare.
And are surveillance videos a useful tool and source of evidence that can assist in criminal investigations?
They are.
Okay. And even in non-criminal investigations, let's say like a missing person investigation, are you aware of surveillance videos being used in that context?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you kind of mentioned this earlier, but surveillance videos can show people. They can even show cars of interest, right?
So yeah, most of the systems that do any type of recognition can be set so that it will recognize whether it's a person that it's seeing, whether it's a car that it's seeing, whether it's a small animal, dog, cat, something like that.
Have you personally ever been asked by an investigator at the Sheriff's Department to take a screenshot of a person's face from a surveillance video for a criminal investigation?
I have.
Can surveillance videos help identify potential suspects in crimes?
It can.
Can surveillance videos also be used to eliminate people as suspects in crimes?
It can.
Can surveillance videos be used to prove that someone did not commit a crime?
It can.
Now, in the videos that you downloaded from the Hikvision and Alpha DVR systems, were there approximately 5 different camera angles captured in those videos?
I believe that's correct.
Okay, and those captured angles from both inside and outside stores?
Correct.
And were those videos in color?
They were.
All right. And when you reviewed those videos, did you see any videos that showed the victim inside the store?
I did.
And how well were you able to see the victim's face in those videos?
It was pretty clear. It's very clear video, actually.
Okay. So looking at a still shot from state number 3, and that's from a video that you downloaded, looking at the victim's hand, excuse me a little bit. All right, so you're able to zoom in. Looking at his pant leg, are you able to tell what that symbol is?
It appears to me to be the Nike swoosh.
Okay, and that came from a video downloaded from the Chow's video surveillance system.
That's correct.
So still looking at this still shot, that green box on the victim's face, what does that appear to be?
The green box is what's known as a boundary box, and that's what the system is doing to focus in on what it's looking for or what it sees and recognizes as either, if it was a person, that boundary box would probably be, head to toe or somewhere about there. And so it appears to me that it's looking at the face. I don't know how accurate it is or anything like that.
And what other types of technology have you seen those green boxes show up on videos?
I've seen it on a lot of different DVRs and MVRs.
What about facial recognition?
Yes.
Okay. So look at 59, or actually 57. these Stage 59 with the camera screens that you already testified about. When you looked at this picture before, how many different camera angles did the defendant Rick Chow have set up in his store solely maintained from just the Blue Iris camera systems?
I believe there are 39.
39? Okay. No further questions.
Cross-examination.
No questions.
You can step down. All right, solicitor, what you got next?
We have one.
I just did, how long?
Fairly short, I think.
Okay. All right, well, let's try to get that one in for. Oh, next question.
Yes, sir. State calls Matthew Dooley, Michael Dooley. Sorry.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this case to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Shall I speak the witness stand, state your full name for the record, and please spell your last name.
My name is Investigator Michael Dooley Jr. with the Richland County Sheriff's Department. Last name is spelled D-O-O-L-E-Y.
May I please court?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm good. So you told us that you work with Richland County Sheriff's Department. Could you tell the jury what you do there?
I am a crime scene investigator and a DNA serologist in training.
Yeah, those are some pretty fancy words. Could you break that down into layman's terms?
Absolutely. So my job duties include responding to crime scenes and processing and collecting and documenting evidence. And I also am a evidence processor and screener for the DNA section.
How long have you been doing that job?
Approximately 3.5 years.
Did you do anything before then?
I was a patrol deputy on the road.
Did you have to do any specific training for this particular role?
The crime scene investigation role has a very extensive training program that involves a lot of book work. There are practical examinations to test and see whether or not you're competent in those areas that you were trained in, to include various different things that you may encounter on crime scenes like photography, bloodstain pattern analysis, shooting reconstruction. There's also written examinations and then a mock trial at the conclusion of that training program.
So it's fairly extensive.
Very.
Yeah. So as far as your role in this case, could you tell the jury what you did?
So in this case, I responded to the autopsy for Mr. Cyrus Carmack-Belton in order to photograph and collect and document any evidence that may have been necessary to receive for the case.
Is that fairly standard in these kind of cases?
It is.
And I'm showing defense has been marked by notifications of state 7481. For identification purposes, State Exhibit 74, 75, 77, and 78. Without showing them to the jury, could you look through those and let me know if you recognize what those are?
Yes, these are photographs that I took of evidence or at the actual autopsy.
That you specifically took, right?
That's correct.
Do they look materially different from the photos that you took that day, or they changed at all?
They are not.
Okay. And at this time, the state would offer into evidence states 78, 77, 76, 74, and 75.
No objection.
Article United States 74, 75, 76, 77, 78.
Permission to publish now?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dooley, court's indulgence, Your Honor. Mr. Dooley, could you tell us what we're looking at in this photo?
This would be a photograph of the projectile that was collected at autopsy.
And it was, you got it from, where'd you get it from? Who'd you get it from?
I received it via a chain of custody form from the coroner's office.
Could we show 76, 75, sorry, 75 next? Could you tell us what we're looking at here?
This would be a shoe that was collected from the autopsy that was said to have belonged to the victim.
And yeah. And is that the same item, just a different angle?
That's correct.
And can you show 77? Can you tell us what we're looking at here?
If I may refer to my notes so I make sure I tell you correctly. That would be an injury that I photographed to the right shin.
The right shin of the victim in the case?
That's correct.
Could you tell us what this is?
That is just another angle of that same injury to the right shin of the victim.
Court's indulgence. While you were at the coroner's office, did you notice anything on the victim's body? Did you notice anything on him at all, as far as on his, did you notice anything?
Do you mean like clothing items, injuries?
When you got there, was he clothed or was he unclothed?
The victim was nude at the autopsy.
What, if anything, did you notice on his back?
I noticed an injury to the victim's back.
Was it something that you took a photo of?
It was.
Would you recognize that photo if I showed it to you?
I would.
Your Honor, the state's approaching the witness with working mark for identification purposes. The state's 80 and 81. Stop showing those to the jury. Do you recognize what I just showed you?
I do.
Are those photos that you took?
They are.
Are they materially different from the photos? Do they look changed in any way?
They do not look changed.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would offer Exhibit 81 and States 81 and 80 into evidence.
Well, Your Honor, our objection is that he's not going to be questioned about what it is. If you want to introduce a photograph, but this is a medical question for the pathologist. And so I don't think this witness is competent to characterize what it is. So I have an objection. I don't object to the admissibility of the picture per se if he took it. I do object to any further testimony. Yeah, and Your Honor, I simply, so I don't have to get up again.
That will be admitted as states 80 and 81.
Thank you.
Okay. Permission to publish?
Yes.
Was this what you saw on the victim's back?
It is.
Was it what you took a photo of?
It is.
And is that the same thing that you noticed in the victim's back, just different photo?
Yeah, it's just a closer photo.
Court's indulgence. When you were there, did you observe any diagrams for the victim?
The pathologist produced a diagram of the victim's injuries for me.
Okay. Did you observe any scans of the victim?
There was an X-ray performed on the victim.
Okay. Would you recognize a photo of that if I showed it to you?
I would.
Your Honor, the state's approaching the witness report's been marked by State's Exhibit 79.
And Your Honor, I have a slightly different objection, but the same objection. This is a photograph he didn't take. It's a photograph he saw. He can't.
Oh, he's testified to that.
Okay. I'll remain standing.
Do you recognize what I've handed you?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
It is a photograph of the X-ray that I took.
It's a photo that you took.
That is correct.
My objection is he didn't take it. He saw it at the autopsy. That's for the pathologist.
You said he took a photo of.
He did take a photo, but he didn't know what he was taking a photo of. That's my point, Your Honor.
He thought, didn't get the photo overall.
So it's a photo that you took.
That is correct.
Does what I've handed you, does it look substantially similar to the photo you took that day?
That is correct.
Okay. Your Honor, this time, the state would offer State 79 to evidence.
All right. It'll be admitted as state 79, subject to whatever that objection was.
Permission to publish, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
And what are we seeing right here?
That is the photograph I took of the X-ray.
And lastly, Your Honor, I'm approaching the witness with workman mark for identification purposes. The State's Exhibit 9. Do you recognize what I just handed you?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
This would be the package I submitted to evidence containing the projectile collected from autopsy.
Was it something that you, was it you who collected it from the coroner?
Yes.
Courtroom witness. Where did you take it after you collected it from the coroner's office?
It was immediately transported to our headquarters.
Did you do anything with it between the coroner's office and your headquarters?
I did not.
You just took it from the coroner's to Richland County?
That is correct.
Your Honor, this time the state would offer State's Exhibit 9 into evidence only for identification purposes and projectile.
No objection, Your Honor.
Being in the State's now without objection.
No further questions, Your Honor. Please answer anything from the defense.
Cross-examination.
Mr. Dooley, did you go to the, I'm not clear on this, may have been clear to the jury, I'm having a little trouble hearing you at my age, I guess. Did you go to the scene of this incident?
I did not.
Okay. But you did go to the pathologist's office where the autopsy was held?
That is correct.
So your job was, as you've said, to just take some photographs, collect some evidentiary items, is that right?
That's correct.
And among those items, you collected the things you testified to, and you took photographs, though we don't have them, you have them, I assume, of a backpack?
If I may reference, make sure.
Sure, absolutely.
I did not have a backpack.
Sorry?
I did not collect a backpack or
Did not.
photograph one.
Did you collect all of his clothing items?
All that were present at autopsy.
Did they include a hoodie sweatshirt,
They did.
red,
Yes.
with a picture on the front?
Yes.
And did that have a pocket on the front, big pocket?
It did.
Hands or whatever?
It did.
All right. Did you find anything in there?
Inside the hoodie pocket?
Yeah.
I did not.
Find any money? Nothing?
I did not.
Do you have a pair of pants, shorts, pants, long pants?
He was wearing or had black pants and blue and black shorts.
These long pants and shorts?
He had both.
Had both on. Did you find any money or other wallet, credit cards in that item?
I did not.
In the shoes, did you collect both shoes or one shoe?
I collected one shoe.
Okay, we have exhibit 75, which has been admitted. That's one, that's the side view of the shoe, I guess.
Yes.
And we've got 76, which is the top view of the shoe.
That would be correct.
The top shoe is laced, but would you agree that that's loosely tied?
It appears tied to me. I can't tell whether or not it would be tightly tied or not.
You don't know the difference between loose and tight, but okay. You didn't find any money, wallet, credit cards, or any items, anything in the shoes?
No, sir.
So of all you collected at the autopsy in his personal belongings, no cash money,
None that I observed.
no credit cards,
No, sir.
no wallet,
No, sir.
no ID.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Anything on redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you step down. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, I think now is a good time to break for lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna excuse you to go to lunch. We will, let's be back ready to go at 2:00. And, again, don't discuss the case with one another or do your research, anything of that nature. Enjoy lunch. We'll see y'all back here at 2:00.
Everyone remain seated to the jury.
Mr. Swerve, want to talk about the schedule moving forward? Yeah, well,
What, no, I don't have it. I just want to see whether or not we need to bring anybody in at this point. Okay? You're gonna finish today, tomorrow, or
We
Monday?
should finish today. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fine. We should finish today, so I hope.
We'll have witnesses ready for tomorrow.
Sounds good. All right, y'all enjoy lunch.
I think I heard that correctly. Them saying that they should finish today, the state. If I'm not mistaken, I think I heard that correctly. That they should finish today. I don't know. I'm having a hard time hearing the names. Having a hard time with a lot of stuff here. Did anybody hear what time they coming back from lunch? I think they said 2. Can y'all let me know? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard 2. I think it's 2. Okay, you think they said they had 2 more? I can't. I was trying to ear hustle, and it sounded like I thought they said they'd be finished today, but then I don't know if that meant that the defense was saying they had 2 witnesses tomorrow. Let me rewind it. Let me see if we can hear it. Only because I want to be nosy.
Swerve, want to talk about the schedule moving forward. Yeah, well,
What, no, I don't have it. I just want to see whether or not we need to bring anybody in at this point. Okay? You're gonna finish today, tomorrow, or
We
Monday?
should finish today. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fine. We should finish today, so I hope.
We'll have witnesses ready for tomorrow.
sounds good. All right, y'all enjoy lunch.
I'm in so many of them in this doggone courtroom. I can't tell what's going on. Who talking for? I heard somebody say we should finish today, and I guess the other people saying they'll have witness ready to, or was he telling them to have witnesses ready tomorrow? I'm confused too, Claire. I don't know who talking about what, but hopefully, I don't know. I guess they may be saying they finished today. And I think the defense was saying they'll have witnesses ready for tomorrow. Right? Because there would be no reason for the state to talk about they gonna have witnesses for tomorrow and they'll be finished today. Yeah, no, whatever. Okay, so they are breaking to 2:00. What am I gonna do here? Give me a second. I want to play. I am going to I don't know how many of y'all interested or not, but I need to go. I need to go see what's going on in this. I didn't see it, but I know that Code Gray was in court today, and I want to see his actual hearing. So I think what I would like to do is I am going to open up another room. I think his hearing is less than an hour. So that'll eat up some of our lunchtime here. I am going to close this room down, and I am going to open up a room so I can see what is going on with his case. I'll drop the link over here for it if you guys want to come over and watch it. But yeah, I want to see what's going on with his case, because we covered the dad's case. Dad hasn't been sentenced yet either, by the way. I don't know what's up with that, but I got to see what his sentencing is for Dad. We did watch Dad's trial, but I don't even know why. I thought Cole had pleaded guilty, but maybe I'm getting him mixed up with the Crumbleys. But clearly he did not plead guilty. Because I don't know, for some reason in my head, I had that he pleaded guilty. But that was maybe that was the Crumbly. Because I know I think maybe he might have pleaded guilty, and the mom and them just went on trial. The mom and the dad. But yeah, this one I want to see this. I need to see what happened here. And then I'll open this room back up at 12:15. I mean at 2. No. 2:00 is 10, 11, 12, 1. I don't know. Wait a minute. 11, 12, 1. So it's 1:07 there now, about 45 minutes. So that'll put us right on time, because I think that this one is like that long. All right. Okay, so what I will do is it should redirect you guys over there if you guys want to hang. If not, we will open up this room back up in about 45 minutes or so to go back into the prosecution, the solicitor case. Did y'all notice that the defense, they stand for the jury, but the solicitor, the state, they do not? Did y'all catch that? Have y'all been paying attention like I've been paying attention? Nope. Yeah, I wonder why that is. I know before I've seen cases where the defense does not stand for the jurors, but it's real odd to me that the state is not standing. So, okay. You have, Gabber? Yeah, I've noticed that. I'm like, that's interesting. As I said, they don't need to stand. Stand for what? I don't know. Who knows? All right, guys. Well, I will see you over there, and we'll watch his hearing. I need to see what's going on with that, and for my mental mind. And I refuse to cheat on y'all. I won't cheat on y'all and go watch it off on my own tangent. Oh man, I won't go off on my own tangent and go over there by myself and be looking at it by myself like, okay. Yeah, and that was such a fiery cross of my guy, Esther Bryant. I'm trying to see if we can, I probably need to drop the link just in case people do not get it, because I know sometimes it don't redirect us over there. But so I better put it in here. Here you guys go. All right, guys. I will see you guys over there if you decide to come over. If not, we will be back at 2:00. I'll go ahead and get that out here too for the new one. And if you need to catch up like Gabber, the blabber, because real life shit happens, then go ahead and catch up. All right, guys. See you in about 45 minutes if you're not coming over. All right.